Love these. I'm going to buy some of these. Selamat pagi, dapat namona, morning through Bulavanaka, Friday, April the 10th, day 3 of the Icc Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup EAP qualifier. I'm exhausted already, H, after reading that for the 3rd, 4th, 5th time so far. Oh, Indonesia versus Fiji first up, guys, and for Samoa, Vanuatu and PNG, a well-earned rest day. Enjoy it. Hopefully you get to see Nature Park. If you haven't been out there, talk to your managers and see if it's possible. I shouldn't be saying that, really. Anyway, we have our resident weatherman H here, and he's been out and about this morning in his gumboots, checking the pitch, measuring the dew content of the grass with his hygrometer. That measures the dew content on the grass, H. Observing the cloud formation over Port Moresby in case it starts to rain at some stage. He's also got his umbrella here as well. For us, we talked about this morning, we don't think it's too threatening, but it is humid. And with humidity comes swing. So hopefully we can see our medium pace bowlers today making the ball talk a little bit. In swing, out swing, the one that goes straight on. We want to see a little bit of that as well, because so far it really has been a bowling dominated series. As commentating, we're still learning a lot about the strengths and weaknesses of each of these teams, but the good thing is now we've seen each team play and we can start making some predictions and also hopefully see improvement as the girls get more confident in their own abilities. And to tell you what, H, there is a lot of ability out there. The Indonesian bowled really well and fielded really well yesterday, but succumbed to the might of the Samoan bowling attack. Umpires for today, we've got Tim Cotton and Helen Attai. Fiji have won the toss and they will be bowling. And with their medium paces, H, I reckon we're going to see a little bit of lateral movement this morning. As far as Fiji is concerned, they encountered for PNG on Wednesday and they had some very, very nervous moments when they were actually batting. So they'd be looking for a better batting performance, but they could be rightfully proud of their bowling performance. Getting the might of the PNG Cialis out for 40 runs, that's no mean feat on their home turf. Today's game could be once again a ball-dominated affair. Bit of spin, a bit of swing, line and length, and I'm sounding like a broken record here, guys, but cut down the amount of leg side deliveries and leg side wides. We can't have leg side wides being the major run scorer in this tournament, so it's line and length, watching the spot you want the ball to land, and going through those routines that you practice so much in your training session. The Fijians march out for their attack on the might of the Indonesian side. Well done again to our Fijian team. They know there's a lot of messages coming from home from the Zuri, Nabua, Nadi, Suva. There's been lots of flooding there, guys. I checked the weather this morning. It is eased a little bit today, but still a fair bit of rain over the next few days. So our thoughts and prayers are with everyone as we get ready for the first delivery today. Indonesia, they'll be looking for a better batting effort. Hopefully they can get a good start. I'm glad they're actually batting first today. They were put on under a lot of pressure when Samoa bowled to them yesterday. I think being first to bat today might be a benefit for them. As we get ready, hello to all our friends in Indonesia from Jakarta, Yogyakarta, Nandi, I guess Nandi, I'm going to say Bali rather than Nandi, Denpasar and Kupang as well, the heartland of cricket in Indonesia, and to all our PCI friends as well. Thank you again for the High Commissioner coming yesterday. The Ambassador was here yesterday and watching the game. Hopefully we have some more Indonesian support here today too. Our opening bowler today will be Ashani, very impressive so far. H and I were chatting about her this morning. Alan and Alna are our batting partners, same as yesterday, our opening partnership, the E&E partnership. It's going to be interesting. Bring it on, says H, bring it on. I'll be interested to see. You can see Kim Cotton standing there just watching, doing a fabulous job as the umpires. Right arm over, sways down the leg side, and that's a wide. H has gone like this. He's made that little in-swinger motion there. I think maybe put your fingers a across the seam for the first couple of days. Just make sure they go straight and then ease into your in-swingers and out-swingers, I reckon, because there will be movement. Right arm over. That's more the line of length. Kim has a good look at that. She says, "No, that's good," and that's a very good decision, H. Shanti, hoping to hit that spot, hoping to get that first wicket on the board. Right arm over, quite wide on the crease there. That this time is well looked at. Again, excuse me, the umpire has a good hard look, walks away and says, "Yep, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt there, H." H has that quizzical look on his face this time, saying, "Geez, that one was close." But on the offside, H, you can get your foot across and give it a good wacko on the offside, can't you? It's different down the leg side. Comes a high step at the start, short of a length, push back into the covers, no run. It was a great pleasure yesterday going through all the profiles during the games yesterday, finding out special things about each of these special players. We'll be doing a lot more of that today and tomorrow. Massive day tomorrow too. Shani, very short that time, and I think Kim said, "Nah, you're not going to get away with that one twice." That is a wide, and that's an excellent call once again from our New Zealand umpire. Helen Attai at the other end. The pride of PNG umpiring. We're rapt to have a PNG national, international umpire, and Helen's doing a splendid job. In she comes once more. Bit short of a length once more, pushed onto the middle and leg side and treated very, 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 very cautiously by Alan. Having chatted to the Indonesian managers this morning, they were talking about they were hoping they were going to bowl first, but if they didn't, they're going to try and really dig in with their batting to be far more circumspect, no loose shots, and watching the ball straight onto the bat. So that was the gist of what they were telling me this morning. In comes Ashani. She's got other ideas. This one pushed onto the stump. Now she's found a length, and it's a slip. And when I say a slip, it's not a misfield. It is very slippery at that part. There could be a run out on here. H, she throws it, and she is on her way out. That is a terrible mix-up there, guys. It's the old adage, don't run on a misfield. The run was there, but the second run definitely wasn't. So a tragedy here for Indonesia to lose in the first over one of their better batters for no score. That's awful. So hopefully they can regroup here, remembering they've still got 19 overs to go. If Fiji do happen to win today, guys, it's going to be a massive clash when they meet with Samoa. Massive clash. It'll be the clash of the South Pacific, won't it? Hey, a lot of pride at stake there. And that clash will be happening on Monday. That will be massive. One for three. New matchman of the crowd is Mutia. Shani, no wicket yet, but the run out obviously has put a big dent in the hopes of getting a good score here. Mutia on strike, one delivery to come in the first over. And I can read Shani's mind, just make her play, just make her play. Making sure her field's set. Remember, only 2 players out in the first power play of 6 overs. That high little jogging run at the start. Short outside, should have been outside of the off stump, a fumble by the keeper, and no run. That's over, called. Score check 1 for 3, run rate 3.60. And of course, we have 19 overs remaining in this clash. we're using Samoa as our role model a little bit today, but they did rotate the strike very nicely yesterday, putting pressure on, especially with their left-hand, right-hand combinations. So something for the Indonesians to chat about. Let's not just be cemented to the crease and bogged down with dot balls. Let's try and push it to the field, wide of the field, and get those ones and twos. But a run out the first over might curb that to a certain degree. Lavaki coming in to bowl. Down the leg side, push down and no run. Taken by the keeper. Mutia, nil. Elna on 0. Luachi right arm, medium pace, over the wicket. Big strong lady who bowls with a bit of zip once she gets her line and length right. Right outside the off stump, a little bit of outward movement there. H is nodding too, so we do have a bit of swing there. The pitch itself, we said it was like a Kavieng beach yesterday. Kavieng in New Ireland, north of the main island of New Guinea. It does look absolutely beautiful. I went and had a good look this morning. Not a blemish on it. And that's after 5 games. You know, it's a credit to our curators here, Varney and the team. In comes Lavucci. Lavachi comes in. Very cautious with the delivery, making sure she's hitting that off-stump area, outside the off-stump. Bowling to her plan. Just doing a bit of a count here. Easy to the Fijian Blues. She's got 5 on the offside, 4 on the onside, keeper and herself. So it has to be on off-stump. She can't afford to stray down the leg side here. She's actually got nearly every single fielder into the inner circle at the moment. We've got a short third man here too for the one that hits the edge. That one is definitely wide, over in compensating there, H, and a definite wide. See, no runs off the bat, which she'd be happy about to this stage of proceedings. Score check 1 for 4 off 1.3. Again, Rugi and I had a talk this morning. We don't think our par estimations will vary too much. We're expecting 90 run to be a good score. In she comes. That's an appeal for LBW. That was never going to hit, and it's a leg by. Helen's going to lift that right leg up. Eventually, left leg up, tap it 5 times like she always does. She's a creature of habit, our Helen. And that's the first score from this over. Leg by. Once again, H, if it's hit outside the line of the stumps and you've played a shot, you cannot be given out. LBW. So an optimistic appeal. This brings Allen on strike. Navachi coming in again on off stump. That off stump line's been good. Dot ball. Yes, the Indonesian team would be talking about making sure we get at least 80 runs on the board. Optimum, hopefully 100, around about 100 runs would make it very difficult for the Fijians. We saw how good they were with the ball, the Fijians, but they were quite vulnerable with the bat. And once again, Lavachi comes in, pushed into the covers. It's beaten the cover field. They've gone for 1. They're coming back for 2. Be careful out there. It is slippery. And they're happy with 2 runs. Beautiful shot through the covers there. Just a very wristy, it's like a lot of the Indian players, very wristy players, aren't they? Hey, it's very wristy. But again, that's an over that was very disciplined in the way it was executed. Every single ball on the off stump, and that's definitely bowling to your team plan. Score check. Here we go. 1 for 7 off 2 overs. Allen on 3. And Mutia yet to get off the mark. She will be facing this first delivery from Ashani's second over. Ashani being very meticulous where she puts the girl. She's got a deep mid on the one outside the circle and the rest inside that inner circle. The fine leg might be slightly out, which is allowed. Right arm over the wicket. Bouncy run. I say not well taken by the keeper, but well stopped by the keeper. H and I talked about being backstops yesterday. Rather than getting everything in the glove, just stop the thing. Don't let it go through the legs, because it is dying a little bit, especially with the girls bowling about 80 kilometres an hour. In a perfect world, you'd be up at the stumps. Again, a reach and a miss, quarter wide. I think that's Helen making a statement there. In this case, it's Kim making a statement that we let a couple go on that first over, but now it's up to you to rein in your bowling and give the batsman a fair chance of having a hit at it. Lots of enthusiasm. Out she comes. Wide outside the off stump, that's a wide again. And Shani's been a little bit looser today, H, would you agree? Yeah, she's not sure whether she needs to change ends maybe, or sometimes it's just being out there for a few days. It takes a while to get your line of length back on. Tuning in once again to what your job is. In she comes, that little funny jump at the start. That one's overcompensated down the leg side, a quarter wide once more. So we've got a problem here. We have a problem in Shani's second over. Already extended out to at least 9 deliveries, so she needs to pull this back in. Big breath, young lady, big breath. Watch where you want the ball to land. And that's it. That's much better. Slowed it down a little bit. In the spot. Not much of a crowd in yet, H. I reckon they'll build up during the day. We have a lot of young cricketers coming here to play their first Creo carnival. And she comes on to, that's better. Little outswinger. And hopefully for her sake, she's found her line and length, H. It helped the Indonesians, so guys, at 1 for 10. These extra deliveries are really helping the score over this series. We had one team bowl 49 extras, which was easily the top score. Again, in she comes. Off stump. Yeah, good call from Kim. She let that one go, and that's a fair deal. When we had our feedback session yesterday, we wrote some notes about what we think the teams can work on. One would be in the field as well. We don't want to see any missed fields, making sure you're desperate. 10 runs saved in the field in this form of the game can be the difference between a win and a loss. And so desperation in the field is important. Again, an outswinger, that's within that range of being legitimate. So again, Kim knows she's got a work cut out here, but she's making excellent decisions to this stage. Remember, for this series, guys, there's no grand final, there's no final series, it's all on the point. So playing these first few matches is really important. Kim's gone wide once more, there's no touch on the pad. That's another delivery as well, so we're up to 10 balls in this over so far. It's not our record for this series yet, H is nodding. I think our record was 11, is that right? 11 balls in an over. But if Shani's going to push it, got 2 to go. Up she comes. We have a record equaling. That's down the leg side once more. It does two things. It gives runs to the Indonesian team, but it also lets them settle in. It lets them get a good look at the ball, at what it's doing, get the pace of the pitch. It really is, something that we've got to get out of the players early in their careers, that in this form of the game, you can't afford to be loose down the leg side or offside. Shani comes in. That's more like it. Pushed on the onside, and they jog through easily for 1. Nothing silly, girls. We've had 1 run out already. So score rolls over. 1 for 13 brings Mutuyar on strike. Partnership of 10 runs. Building. Lavachi with the next over, guys. Still from that Manu end. Right arm over the wicket. Watch the game and move over to that leg side. Here we come. It is a little bit duller today, guys. If you can't quite see with our beautiful vision here on the screen, it is a little bit duller today, but nothing to worry about at this stage. Just reached to that one outside the off stump. There's a fumble by the keeper. Glove off, and they've jogged through for 1. So well supported there by Allen. She wasn't sitting on the back foot there. She got through very quickly, very nippy between the wickets. Mutia, Allen, and bowler Lavachi. Lavachi. Lavachi comes into a game nicely, pushed on the offside, a little bit uppishly initially. It's got through between the gully and where the 4 slip would be, and they've jogged easily through for 2. Again, don't the uniforms look great on the Indonesian team with the red pads and the deep navy against the sky blue of Fiji? It's a real tradition in Fiji of wearing that colour blue. Coach of the AFL team in Fiji. I have a couple of their jumpers sitting on my wall at home, and they look fabulous. It's Fiji tribe, the Fiji Vanu. Pride of place in my house. That's a wide. Look at Helen. She does it with such class, doesn't she? Hey, she just casually waves out to the back. I reckon she practices that at home in front of the mirror. Do you reckon? There's always a backstory, guys. Helen was taught by H's father here in Port Moresby. He was Helen's teacher, and H is taking credit for teaching her all about cricket, he says. So we don't know the full story. I'm going to interview Helen this afternoon. You see what the real story is. That's a beautiful delivery. Well bowled by Lavachi. No run. A few more of those, please. Tell you what, that was... little bit of outswing, pushed her onto the back foot, and she negotiated that quite well, did young Allen. Went through all the profiles of our Indonesian teams this morning again. We'll read some facts about these guys a bit later. Always very amusing. Wide delivery. Lavachi, 3 balls to go in this over. Right arm over. That's better. Onto the offside. She pushes it, gets a thick outside edge, back through backward, where backward point would be, and they jog through for an easy run. Mutuyar on strike. Vachi. Wide outside off stump and a fumble by the keeper. That should be an extra, at least 1. They look, they hesitate, they stop. And that's wise. Mutuyar, born and bred in Jakarta. Loves the city. She's got a lot of coaching at school, she indicates here. Wicket keeper of the team, so I rate that if you're a wicket keeper and a batter as an all-rounder, isn't it? All-round talent. So with Allen on strike, there should be 1 legitimate ball in this over to play. And that is legitimate. Over pitched, driven through the covers, beautifully fielded in the covers. Good cricket all round. Good cricket. And well applauded there too. One delivery to go, H, I would say. I think we've miscalculated there originally, but looking wide, there is one ball to go. Pushed down the leg side, got inside that one, and she's been given out. She did really move across. That's been given out, LBW. And Mutia, the lass from Jakarta, has been given out. Would need to have another look at that. She did shuffle across, guys. Initially, when I saw it bowl, I thought that might be heading down leg side. But remember, she's bowling out swingers, so it only has to pitch on leg, straighten up to hit off, or middle, and that would be given out. So let's have a close look at this. She comes in, look for movement. Yep, and she's moved right across there. I could see leg stump there, H. I could see leg stump, and that indicates that it was probably going to plummet into middle and also off. But Helen was never hesitating there. She triggered that one out straight away. Well bowled, but she now has 1 for 11. So if she does get the line right, she's going to be a handful for the Indonesian team. But at 2 for 22, Richie Beno would be shaking. Used to love that. 2 for 22. It's a start that isn't quite good, but it isn't quite bad. So we can build on it. Ishani's going to bowl a third over, I think, or are they going to give a rest after the last one? It'll be interesting to see, after bowling so many wides in the last over, whether they keep her bowling at this stage of proceedings. Personally, as captain, I'd give her a break and let her regroup and maybe try someone else here from the Bassini end. So let's have a look. Have we predicted that? Yes, we have. Are we any good, H? We should be captains out there at some stage, I reckon. Should be captains, I reckon. It's rookie coming in. Ruchi, I think is pronounced. We had a couple of Ruchis in the AFL team too. Right arm over the wicket, medium pace. Common denominator. Slightly over pitch, punch through the covers. That's a delightful shot. Just a flick of the wrist, and they should be looking for 2 and only 2. So even though it was over pitched, at least it wasn't wide. And don't get down on yourself, Ruchi. It's a common denominator, isn't it? We said right arm over medium paces for this Fijian side. A bit of the same once more. Once again, shorter. She compensated well there. Pushed carefully on the onside by Alan, with Leah being the new batter coming in now. We lost, unfortunately, Mutia. He's got a lovely resume here of interesting facts about herself, but unfortunately, she's not there anymore. LBW. Right arm over once again. Outside the off stump, a play and a miss, a little bit of outswing. As we said with the weatherman H in his gumboots this morning, if it's going to swing, it's going to swing today. It is really humid here. Again, the broken record. We have a massive cyclone sitting to the southeast of New Guinea, affecting the upper islands or the higher islands, but not here in Port Moresby. So pushed into the covers once more as they jog through for 1. Halai and Rugi explained to me that oftentimes the cyclones don't hit Port Moresby and surrounds, but the tail or the swirling part as it goes towards the coast of northern Queensland sometimes impacts the weather here in Port Moresby. And we've got our fingers crossed that doesn't happen, especially on Sunday, Monday, which are vital games in this series, vital days. Ruchi coming in. Slightly over pitch, floated up. Appeal for LB, I don't know, appeal for catch behind, not sure why she's appealing to the square leg umpire. Definitely not her call, but definitely not out. See the keeper moving up a bit closer here, H. Probably a wise move. The ball is dying if there's no pace in the delivery. Here she comes. Again, floated back up, a play and a miss. And a good start from Ruchi H. That's a very disciplined over. Off stump, moving away and giving the batsman very little to fly at. So a great start from the young medium pace bowler. H gets excited when the graphs come up. Have a look at that. One reasonable over around about 9 runs, but that was because of the number of extras being bowled. But apart from that, just a steady growth. Looking at the run rate, guys, of 5. We can maintain that for the full 20 overs. Indonesia will be very, very happy with a score of 100. They would have watched the game the other day, and with Jasville coming into bowl here, the Indonesian team would realise that 100 runs against the Fijians would be a very, very good score. They've got to stay there till the end. Right arm over the wicket and punch into the covers, no run. I've watched a lot of bowlers before in my life, H, but I think young Jasville, she's got one of the most laconic walks to the crease I've ever seen since the 1880s, H. Have a look, she just walks up with her delivery and just places it there. Helen's got the arm out there, she's waving over here, she's saying a free hit, and it was a no ball called. Was it a fielding placement no ball? I'm not sure. We'll have a look again. She steps up, twists the wrist on that one, pure for LBW, hits the pad, 1 run. Here we go, Helen, lift that knee up, lift the knee, here she goes. Woohoo. 1 leg by. Yep, the first ball was no ball. It must have been overstepping, I think, but we'll get that checked out. It's a fielding? Yeah, it's a fielding placements, guys. It's a learning thing for the captain, isn't it? They've got to be on their toes the whole time. Again, she walks up to the crease. That one's down the leg side, and that's called wide. So Jasville, a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. I don't think she's putting a lot of spin on the ball. She's just placing it there, like she just wants it to get down the other end. Here she comes. 2 steps, 3 steps, pushes. One thing she does have, H, is a bit of flight. And that also can be deadly. Halle knows all about flight. When he bowls his little leggies, they really loop up there, don't they, H? She comes once more. Off spin. Played across the line there. It's in the air. Up here. Oh, it's a misfield. And they come back for the second. Oh. Jasville having an absolute ball out here, isn't she? Look at the smile. Look at the smile. She's saying, I'm playing internationals for Fiji. You beauty. Watch this one, Mum and Dad. That one's over pitched. That's over pitched completely above hip height. Got on top of that one, did young Leah. Gets 2 runs or 1 run. Let's have a look. H is saying 2 or 1. And of course, there's a free hit that goes with this one too. Well done to the guys with the little towels out there too, drying the ball, giving her a chance. He's actually holding the ball down the seam, H. Down the leg side once more, so we've got a free hit followed by a wide, so this is still a free hit. And Helen is going down to explain that to the batter. Fabulous umpiring. Jasville, right arm over the wicket, floats that one up. As far as a ball for a free hit, that's not a bad one. They look for the 1. They're not going to take a risk for 2. And that brings them up to 2 for 33. Jasville, right arm around. A swinging and a massive hit on that one. She's got plenty of that with her bat, and it's gone to the boundary. Just forward a square leg for 4 big ones. Beautiful shot of an over-pitched delivery, H. Making the most of it. I can feel confidence building in this Indonesian side. I can feel a partnership coming on. Well done, Alan. She's now 11 off 19. Leah backing him up beautifully, 7 and 6. And this is what we call the combo. Have a look at that last shot. Watch the ball right onto the face of the bat. She's got a beautiful bit of willow. As per usual, we go out and watch these guys warm up before the game starts. You can tell a good bat by the sound that it makes. You know how expensive bats are these days, so I'll have to ask the Indonesian guys where they're importing the bats, possibly from India. Maybe Pakistan are making a lot of good bats. And of course the old English willow, you can't go past it, H, can you? Hey, last delivery from this over, that's short outside the off stump. I shouldn't have premeditated that because that's a wide. Alan's calling it. Once it floats that one up, push respectfully just behind point into the gully region. That should be over. Helen hands the bat to Jasville and the batters go up to punch gloves. Did you always punch gloves together, H, when you were batting? I never got the opportunity to punch gloves. I used to punch my own glove, H. If I blocked the ball, I'd punch my own glove and say, geez, I lasted another one, hey? No, there was no glove punching in our day, H. We all played for ourselves back then, H. Ruchi, can she emulate what she did in the first over? We hope so for Fiji's sake, but Alan's saying it's my turn to shine today. Over pitched, up in the air, the keeper, everyone's getting under it, and she gloves that one nicely. That is out. And just what we did and the doctor did in order for the Indonesian side, where they were going along so nicely. And to lose Alan for 11 off 19 runs, it's not a disaster, but it's something they really didn't want. 3 for 39, run rate's still really good at 6.32. Now it becomes a factor of wickets in hand as well. So Alan out, disappointingly, a good start. And let's have a look at that once more. Rolls in, over pitched. The umpire would have had a good look at that for hip height, above hip height, but it was dipping on its final trajectory, it was dipping in. I think that's a good call by umpire Tim Cotton. Probably hit just on thigh height as it went into the bat. Yudva is the new batter. And, a well-deserved wicket there from Richie, even though it wasn't her best delivery. She had really settled into a nice length. Sorry, I should say line, not so much length. So with that becomes doubts in the batsman's mind, and well taken by the keeper as well. We need to acknowledge that too. Hilva in, facing her first delivery. Hilva, a product of the school program there in Jakarta. Fabulous sports programs throughout Indonesia, but in Jakarta there's a lot of variety. Right arm over the wicket. Second delivery of the over. First to young Hilva, pushed to the gully region, backward point, no run. But a confident step towards the pitch of the ball. Watched it right onto the face of the bat. DSC bats H, are they Pakistan or Indian? Have to check that one up. She's got a beautiful bit of willow out there. Beautiful bit of willow. Ruchi, she's dragged this back for Fiji. She's doing really well. Right arm over the wicket, wide outside the off stump. And I am the jinx, I am the curse. Wide ball. Part of her routine, Hilva, is to have several bananas before she comes out the bat. So hopefully she's had a big brekkie. And hopefully that pays dividends for her today. She's going to be there for hopefully the next 13.4 overs. Once again, Richie's got other thoughts. That one kept very, very low. Very low. So is that a change in the tone of the pitch, or just one of those spots where it's hit? But I think as the days progress, we've got a second pitch to the left of the one we're looking at. It's being prepared as well. So hopefully that was just a rarity and not the way things are for the rest of the day. Cautiously pushed forward that time by Hilva. No chance even it did keep low. That was getting through the solid defence that she showed. She's also a keen follower of the international cricket with both the English team, Australian team, Indian teams. Down the leg side that time. That one straightened up though, hit the pad and was going to never hit the stumps. Down the leg side. Noticed Mr. Arden there in Jakarta has had a lot of influence on these young ladies, or some of them. It's 2 or 3 that were in his development team of the school she was at. Pushes that time to the offside. No run. And a very polished performance for the first few deliveries she faced. She looks like quite an accomplished batter. Let's check our score. Extras 21. Total score at the moment is 3 for 40. And again we have a extras dominated game. Jasfield's not coming on for excuse me, for a second over. Instead we've got Malay coming in to bowl from the Manu end. Again, right arm medium pace. One pleasing thing, guys, is all the teams are giving all the kids a crack, aren't they? They're getting a bowler or a bat. It's like a Creo festival here. Holds the ball down the seam, pushes wide of the off stump, reach for, pushed off to the offside, and they jog through for 1. Which brings Hilverback on strike now. Score check 3 for 41 off 7.1. And Malay, again, just finding a way with her first over. Malay right arm over the wicket. Keep her another 3 steps up here. After seeing a few ones skid through, she's making sure she can get to anything that might go through. Down the leg side this time though. Did it clip the pad? We'll wait for Helen's call. She's called wide. Malay, right arm over, Manu end, comes in, outside off stump, that one nipped back a little bit off the seam I feel H, and well negotiated by Leah, who's been there since probably a 3rd over that she's been out there, so she's starting to get the hang of the feel and being far more comfortable. Leah from Bali, not sure whether she's from Denpasar, we'll have to ask her some questions. Right, that time a big appeal, looked very much like it was going to miss leg stump there, and Helen had a look, had a think, and didn't even bother shaking her head on that occasion. She probably said nah. Born in Mangupaya, brought up in the capital, Denpasar. A lot of cricket in Denpasar. There's also a big cricketing fraternity to the north of there. We talked to their management team. They're hoping to have a 3rd turf pitch put in Indonesia over the next year or so, which would be a massive bonus to their cricketing programs, especially in the international field. But their cricketers all look very, very capable with bat and ball. In a cane, Malay pushed down the leg side once more. Helen just shakes her head and said, nah. Been great to see these umpires under the rule of if it's in doubt, give it not out. I think that's a wonderful way to umpire cricket. So congratulations again. Once right arm over, cuts back in. That's a better line. Great length, excellent bowling, and a bit more of the same Malay in the next over. Great effort first up. None for 3. One of those came from a wide, but the rest of it was very, very, very well done, very polished. There's our scorecard to this stage of proceedings, our bowling scorecard. And it's great, like we said, seeing so many bowlers getting a crack at the international stage. And I've got a feeling we've got another new bowler coming in. Let's have a wait. Let's have a look. It's Surawaya. Surawaya H. We haven't got our resident vocalist here. Surawaya coming into bowl from the Bersini end. Hilver on strike. Surawaya. H is trying to take the place of Rugi here with the interpretations of the pronunciations. I should know. When we had someone in my footy team with the same name, we just called him Suru last year. Made it a lot easier when I was umpiring, I tell you what. Joey, if you're over there listening in Suva today. Hello, Joe. Right arm over the wicket. Floats it up. Push cautiously into the cover position, no run. A good start. One rarity, we haven't seen a whole lot of maiden overs bowled in that series, and it goes back to again being so many extras being bowled, especially down the leg side. So let's hope that Suru can have a great first over and have a picket fence of circles. That one's down the leg side. Flay and a miss, no run. 1 run for the wide. Hilda tells us that if she could have a song being blasted out when she comes out to bat, that song would be Cha 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 by Bruno Mars. How good's Bruno Mars, H? H is a fan. He's also a fan of Lady Gaga, apparently, and a whole lot of others. Whitney Houston. Outside the off stump. Punch through the covers, mid-off, a bit of a fumble, and they jog through easily for 1. H is this year introduced me to the music from Hanawabada. HB boys from HB, gee, they are good. We wouldn't mind a bit of them as the batters are coming out to bat. Let's get them up, H. Let's get them up on Monday. Right arm from Suru over the wicket. Outside the off stump, reached across, pushed to backward point, and they don't go for a run. One of those situations, she hit it a little bit too well there, H, didn't she, hey? H and I call that position the point of uncertainty, because when you hit it, it doesn't quite come off the edge, it does funny things when it hits the ground. So well done to the fielder there. Got right behind the ball and saved maybe 2 runs. This is one totally overpitched, totally missed, and it's gone past the keeper. They've run for 1, and they're looking, but they're not going. Let's have a look at the umpire here. The umpire's called that a no ball for height. And she's moving to her position. She's talking to the umpires, to the other umpires, and she's moved to position, and she's done the lasso, H. Woohoo! H's favourite movement in cricket. He loves it when they get an extra delivery. The free hit. And a whack, and a hit, and maximum runs on the onside between mid-wicket and mid-on. She has taken full advantage of that one and smacked it to the boundary for 4 runs. Well done to young Hilver. It's not easy to get out there and play an aggressive shot like that when you've only faced 5 deliveries, but Hilver's she's made full total payment on that one, 4 runs. Plus, of course, the 1 for the no ball. Plus, of course, you have to bowl an extra delivery. So, pluses for the Indonesian team as they've reached the half ton, 3 for 51. And now they'll be readjusting their thoughts here, H. And it comes once more. Push cautiously onto the onside. A semi-half-hearted appeal for LBW. Not out. Run rate up to 5.88, up nearly up to 6 runs now, H. That's a beautiful shot. You know, watch that ball right onto the face of a bat. Full follow through. And maximum. D-max, says H. 3 for 51, 8.5. Once more. Again, this time tugged back with a square leg, well fielded. No, she's fumbled. It's going to go to the boundary. No, she picks it up in time, breaks it down to 2 runs. And that was a lovely shot once more by Hilva. Just looks a very accomplished young batswoman, this person. So well done, H. We're going to call her HH. Hilva is off to a flyer. Score of 7 off 10. Score now moves up to 3 for 53 off 9. Last ball before the drinks break. As we explained yesterday, the day before, of course, after 6 overs, the field can expand to having 4 fielders outside that inner circle. Lots of the teams haven't taken advantage of that because there hasn't been a lot of big hitting. So looking at the Fijian side, they're happy with that circular field with inside the inner circle. They've got a mid-on, deepish outside. And we've got a deep third man and a deep backward gully for the edgy shots. This one's punched through the covers by Leah. And again, easy 2 runs. They're looking for 3. As the great Rugi says so often, nothing silly. We've had 1 run out. We're sitting pretty here. You got to 60 runs at the halfway mark. Their coaches, their captains and the team would be delighted after having a disastrous run out of the first over especially. Malay, the first real delivery that's given them a chance to hit her. Here she comes, right arm over the wicket. Pushes that onto the off stump and cautiously played the covers. A misfield. And that is 1 run. Those wicket areas to the right can sometimes be bumpy, but you've got to get everything behind the ball, hey? Get everything behind the ball. Your hands miss it, your body can take it, your knees can take it, your legs can take it. Just stop those extra runs. Malay in 7 steps, high action, off stump, push to the covers once more, wide of the fielder at cover, a fumble again, and they've gone through for 1. And that's called perceived pressure. I think the fielder was thinking, I've got to pick it up, throw it, and she looked up, and of course the ball misses her hands on that occasion. So the Indonesians lifting the pressure rating here in the 10th over. Big deep breath for Malay. In she comes. Don't lose your line length again. Outside the off stump again, the gap, the pick, and of course the fumble with perceived pressure. H calls it PP. There's no real pressure there, but because you're thinking of 3 things at once, trying to pick the ball up, trying to think which end you're going to throw it to. And of course, that slight fraction of a second when you take your eye off the ball because your brain's working overtime, it's out. Still a lot of encouragement out there by the team, so well done. No disasters in this over so far. 5 runs, in she comes, Malay in. Down the leg side slightly, Helen's called that. No touch on the pad, and that's an extra delivery and an extra run. The picket fence continues, H. Score up now to 3 for 59. We said if they got to 60 at the halfway mark, they would be delighted across the archipelago of 1,700 islands. Right arm over. That's better. Off stump, punch to the covers. No run. One thing I've noticed about the Indonesian batters, H, is they're not afraid to play the full circle. They're playing through the covers, they've played through mid-off, mid-on. If it's been short, they've tugged it, they've hooked it. They obviously trained to use the whole 360 degrees of the batting crease. So that's great coaching from our teams in PCR. Beautiful delivery, that one. That swung so late and so low, I think it might have actually hit the big toe of the left foot of young Hilva, but of course missing leg stump. That's over, guys. It's been a great start by the Indonesians. Score check as we go to the break. 3 for 59. Keep that rate up. It's going to be a score of around about 120. Things like that don't always happen in cricket though, guys. Fabulous news, guys. We've got our Creo cricketers out there. Look at them. Creo, way to go. Back in the office, guys. It's still on today. I've got a packet of fully loaded shapes. If you want to come up here to the commentary box and sing the Cricket PNG Creo song nationally, it could be your big chance. It could be your big chance for stardom across the world. So boy, if you're there, get yourself up here. We want to hear your dulcet tones echoing from Suva through to Jakarta. Creo, way to go. Fabulous work from Kwanaki there. She's worked so hard to make this happen, and it is happening, guys. Don't they look fabulous in the uniforms, H? Purple, pink, green. It's a rainbow, H. It's a rainbow of Creo out there. We have our well-trained umpires, and sitting to me, they're so shy. Today we launch in action the cricketing app. So you can see the guys out with their clipboards. We don't only score with clipboards and pen and paper here in PNG. We play Creo cricket professionally here. We've even got our own app. We're doing scoring so we can collate the data of these under 13 and under 15 cricketers out there. So we've got 5 villages represented today in different colours. We have under 13 boys, under 13 girls, under 13 girls in I think in the 5 villages. Is that right, H? So what we're looking for here in PNG is as many girls playing the game as boys, and that's reflecting the fact that how good our Lawas are over the last couple of years, our female open team, and same with the Barramundis. Junior cricket is massive here in PNG, and after a quiet year last year, it's really blossoming. We've got our under 11s out there, H, would you say? Under 13s, I tell you what, we've got some under 13s, they look like they're under 9s, H. We've got some of the boys, and that's the way it is here. H's son's around about 3 years of age, and he's playing cover drives, hook shots, and he's got the will to represent his country already. So well done to all the organisers there. I'm not sure of the guy's name in the middle from the ICC. Is that Jason, is it there? He's helping out big time. We've got our tent. We take the safety of the kids so seriously here too. It's massive. So thank you, H, for putting that video on. He's turned the camera around. Hope how H2O hasn't fallen over there. He's got to get the other camera now pointing towards Amini Park. Wow, thank you, H. I haven't had a break, H. We haven't been able to crack open the fully loadeds yet, but I've got a big surprise for H today. Before Rugi comes, we have shapes, Vegemite and cheese shapes in the shape of the Aussie map. Only thing missing is Tasmania, but can I excite you, H? In this packet, one of the shapes is the shape of Tasmania. That's because someone can play when they first made them, H. But honestly, guys, if you haven't tried Arnott's shapes, Vegemite and cheese, my goodness gracious me, they are magnificent. Ishani's going to be coming back on. I'm leaving those for H. If you hear a funny noise, it's not lightning, guys. It's H hogging into the savoury shapes. Oh, we have fun up here, H. I said I'm not going to pick on H today. I broke my promise already. Ishani with a little Maori's idol leap at the start. And she comes, that's better, that's better. And she's pushed that to the covers and they've jogged through. That's more like the Ishani we know, and it probably came from the fact the ball was moving a lot in those first couple of overs, and now that the ball's 10 overs old, I can see that movement probably dissipated a little bit, and it's going to play straighter. Here she comes once more, the little lump, jump, leap. Short of a length once more. This one through the covers, got through the cover fielder, or the point position, and jogged through for 1 run. Score check brings us up to, just waiting for things to roll over here. For my anticipation, I think Hilva's on strike, I am correct. So 3 for 60 off 10.2. And Hilva. The last from Jakarta. Right arm over the wicket. She comes. Oh, that is a ripper nut. That's more like the Ishani we've seen. Right up in the block hole, and congratulations to Hilva. She dug that out beautifully. Why did she dig it out? Because she didn't take her eyes off the ball. She watched it right onto the face. So I'd love to have another look at that. Have a look. I think this might have dipped in on her. Let's have a look. That is a Yorker, a magnificent Yorker. Maybe just with the arm, but that's ball of the day. Live once more, and she comes, Ishani. Short this time, outside the off stump, well taken by the keeper. And Hilva walks away to square legs, thinks I should have really got some bat on that one. And you can see she's got a sort of like a a very short third manner where a second slip would be, and she's also got a backward pointer where a gully would be. It's more a gully position. So let's have a look. This time she's in once more. I'm just looking for lateral movement, guys. That one's dipped back in, so that movement she had earlier moving away has definitely subsided, and it's easier for her to maintain her line and length here. Once again, Fiji. Is there any sport Fijians can't play, H? Is there any sport they can't play? They're an amazing nation, they are. Right arm over the wicket. Down the leg side this time and quarter wide. Which means one extra delivery, but it's been an excellent over so far from Ashani. That one could have got the very dangerous Hilver out bowled or LBW, but she's got to go and regroup once more, try and get this over and done with. It's the third over, so she's only got one more up her sleeve after this. Here she comes. Down the leg side once more, no pad on that one, quarter wide. And she looks very disappointed. Sometimes it's called the bowling yips, isn't it, H? If you do bowl one, then you bowl a second, you overcompensate outside the off stump. So don't overcompensate, just think of balls 1 through to 4 and emulate what you did well in the first few. Here she comes, the same little jumpy leap at the start. Once more, short of length, down the leg side. I reckon that one's caught the pad. We're just waiting for Kim to make a decision here, but there's 1 run. They look for 2. That's excellent running, always 2 runs there. And we're just waiting for Kim to give her a little indicator here. Come on, Kim. You can't see you, Kim. Kim's gone walkies. Now here she comes back. She called wide. Let's have a look. Yep, she has called that wide, so it didn't clip the pad like we thought. We need a snicko on that one, H. How good would snicko be, eh? Snicko when you eat those savoury shakes, mate. Short, this time pulled on the onside. Overcompensated with length that time. There's going to be an easy 2 runs there to the batters. Lovely pull shot by Hilver, brings her up to 10. Score 67 for 3. Overs down to 11. And the game is really moving in a way that the Indonesians would be very happy with at this stage. Malay in to bowl her 3rd over from the Manu end. Pretty impressive so far, none for 9 off 2. And doing our mathematics, which we always do after the 11th over, we're probably thinking about 110 runs being the revised total at this stage. We've been pretty good with our estimations, especially me. H isn't biting today. Right, I'm over. H is always on the batter's side, I'm always on the bowler's side, and it's pushed through to mid-off. A fumble, they're looking for 2. They're going, and they're safe. Well done. Excellent running. They saw the fumble, they were, what would you call, confident, and that straight away, no hesitation, especially for Hilver, who was running to the danger end. She said, I can get there within the couple of seconds it takes to get the ball in, and she did. Give H a little trivia question in a minute, H. He loves it when we start giving him trivia questions. That one's down the leg side. She's got hold of that one in the air, but that doesn't matter. Clears the inner field, and that's 4 bickies. Beautiful shot. And here the Indonesian team applauding loudly over there in the pavilion. Very excitable. Fantastic young ambassadors for their countries, guys. They look marvellous in their uniforms, and they're just happy to be playing cricket, H. That's what they told me. They're just happy to be here. So my hope, I know this is selfish, H, my hope is that every team wins a game. So I'm going to be battering Vanuatu at some stage. H isn't worried about cricket because you know why, everyone out there. If you're listening, Tasman, he just opened up the Tamsin, the Vegemite and cheese. Waiting once more. down the leg side, wide ball call, one extra delivery. H has reached in, he's found 5 Australian maps, plus he's found the Tasmanian already. Hold it up to everyone, H. He's holding it up to the umpire. He found the Tassie. So they are delicious though, aren't they? You don't have to like Vegemite to like Vegemite shapes from Arnott's. They are magnificent. Here she comes once more. Right arm. Slightly short of a length. Slightly short of a length. I feel like I've got a savoury shape in my mouth at the moment. Dot ball. Probably salivating, H, because I can't eat them while I'm commentating. But if you eat that whole box, H, I tell you what, there's going to be no more fully loaders for you. And stop sharing them outside all the time. Remember, guys, we've got H, and H here. Halli, Healy, and Halla. And of course, Hoogie's going to come in later. Right arm over the wicket. Down the leg side, 1 run. I think they've doubled that up with the keeper with a slight fumble. Whether she got a glove on that, I'm not quite sure. Alan stretching once more. Yeah, so he loves a bit of trivia, H. We had a wonderful time in Goroka with the trivia questions that we put together on cricket for our team over there in Goroka, Mount Hagen, Madang, Lay, all over that northern part of PNG. So we had a festival of cricket knowledge. Right arm other from Lavachi down the leg side, but that one got some pad on it, maybe some bat. Let's have a look at Helen's call. They've a fumble again, and they've gone back for 2. Helen is saying that might have got a little bit of bat on that one, I think. And that's what she is saying, 2 runs. Yeah, so for all those listeners out there, our first H trivia question of the day. Marked and scored who's the fastest with pads, bat, gloves and helmet between the wicket when they measured it for running 4 runs. Who's the fastest batter in history to run 4 signals, or run a 4, timed officially? Who was the quickest of all time? It was interesting, some of the guys in Goroka were saying Jonty Rhodes or Ricky Ponting, but my only clue is this player is still playing. This player is still playing. The fastest ever measured for running a 4 in a match day situation, which was easy to time. And we'll give you the answer after I've given you 2 more clues. Down the leg side once more, wide. Second clue is he's still playing. He's playing for India. H is nodding now. He's not going to give the answer away. We're looking at our score here. People giving in answers. Have we got any answers there coming through, H? Boy, you'll think there's a prize if he hears the question. Right arm over the wicket. Oh, that one did cut back. That's a better delivery, and that is a dot ball, which is a relief for young Lavachi. Her score is now 1 for 23 off 6 of her 3 overs. And the score check 3 for 79 off 12. And the worm is steadily climbing. Looks like the slopes of Mount Balleny there, the highest mountain on the famous Owen Stanley ranges at 2,500 metres, H. Some people don't realise here in PNG we have mountains over 5,000 metres, is that right, H? We have Mount Wilhelm and the extension of the middle range of mountains across that separate the north to the south of PNG make it basically impossible to get from here to the north coast by car or truck. Massive mountains. In comes Ashani, right arm over the wicket. That's a better line, that's a better delivery. She's happy with that one. She's bowling her overs out here. Dot ball. The bowler's friend. And a massive smile on Ashani's face. And that's a smile, H, of what we call relief, isn't it, eh? I landed that one just where I wanted to. Here she goes. Maori's idol at the start. Whoop, up she goes. 1, 2, 3, and off. Steel springs. An edge, a catch, a miss. And down to the gully region, or second slip region, and 1 run. Thick outside edge on that one from Leah. But as Rugi said yesterday, if you swing hard enough, they've got to catch them. And that's a very true statement from the wise man, Uncle Hoogie. 1 run, she got away with one a little bit there, but again, hit it hard, you got to catch them. Shani, 4 balls to go in her spell. Right arm over. That one's pushed down the leg side. Wide ball and a fumble, and they run through for 1. Excellent running by the Indonesians. Excellent running. And that all comes from the fact that they were definite in what they do. So Leah, well backed up, young lady. That's excellent batting. Brings them now up to 3 for 82 of 12.2. Still 4 deliveries, legitimate deliveries to go in this over. H has now devoured half a pack of the Vegemite and cheese savoury shapes. But I'm not complaining. Oh, a nice little delivery outswing of that one. She got the outswing going. And the way that Leah looked at that, I thought there might have been a little tickle on that. Often a giveaway from the batters when they look back and see what the keeper's doing. I used to always just keep looking straight ahead, H, and just say, nah, never touched it, never, nothing on that one. You're hearing things, guys, you're hearing things. If the bowler was really quick, I'd say, yeah, I hit that one, I'm walking out of here, I don't want to get hurt. I'm a coward, H. In it comes, it's Shani down the leg side, fumble by the keeper, a slight fumble by the original first slip and ended up being a leg slip, and they jog through for 1 extra run with the wide and also for the 1 run. It's a funny thing, fear, isn't it, H? Funny thing. Right arm over the wicket. Slightly down the leg side, no touch on the pad, and the umpire has no option but to call that a wide. And the runs are mounting, H, so our adjustment to 110 might be looking more like 130 if this continues, mate. Really does. Up she comes, that little trot at the start. Right, she smacked that one on the offside, got a fair bit of bat on it. They're going to get an easy 2, maybe 3. She slipped over. Will they look for 3? No, they're happy with a 2, H. 2 is enough. Shani looking a bit despondent now. She's it hasn't been her normal performance today. She's obviously a bit disappointed, but that's okay. It's all a learning experience, as H will tell you. And the good thing about cricket, if you're a bit off with the ball, you can always redeem yourself with the bat and in the field as well. So Ashani, right arm over the wicket, pushes that one onto the off stump, very carefully played through to the covers by young Hilver, and the wormwoods continue to turn with 1 delivery to go in this over. 3 for 87. If you're an Australian, you will be having the shakes here. That's our unlucky number, 87, isn't it, H? 13 shy of 100. If I was Aussie batter now, he'd be very nervous facing up to this next delivery. See if it rings true. Right arm over the wicket. Well pitched up and dug out by Hilver. It was a splendid, that Yorker that she can sometimes deliver. So well dug up. Hilver now has 14 runs of 22. Leah, well done, 21 of 26. Let's have a look at our scorecard here. Partnership building. Extras total is 40. And they might be going for the record, I think, set by Vanuatu. Is that correct? H is a stats man, guys, and one of the stats he doesn't like is extras. He thinks, what a waste. What a waste. Now, I've got a good trivia question. We're just going to give the answer because everyone wants to know. It's Virat Kohli, the quickest between wickets. We're going to give him his data later on. He ran a 4 in around about 8 seconds or something like that, didn't he? I think it was 8.22 seconds. 1 a cat dog, 2 a cat dog, 3 a cat dog. Yeah, 8.22 seconds. I reckon I'd run half a pitch in 8.22 seconds, but gee, he was quick between the wickets. Cyril coming in once more, right arm over the wicket, down the leg side and called a wide. Cyril Waya is none for 11 off her first over, but now it's gone up 1 more. As H dips his hand into the savoury shapes once more. He's looking for another Tasmania there, I think. Doesn't matter with H, he'll eat the whole continent before this is over. Really nice with a bit of cheese, H, a bit of tasty cheese on top. My goodness me. Right arm over the wicket. Appeal for LBW, but as you can see, the keeper was moving to the onside, and that's always a dead giveaway. The ball was going to miss leg stump, and that's the case. Surulwaya tidying up here, guys. He wants another 4 of those bad boys, 5 actually. She needs to really clamp things up at 3 for 88. It's looking for a score of around about 120, 130. Top score in this series so far, 130. And that one's in the air, it's out, it's deep, it's over the top, and it is thudding into the fence for 4 runs. Shot of the day, H, shot of the day. Short of a length, inside of it, and Leah has taken max, and what we call D-max. D-max on that one. H and I have just come from commentating the Icc Cup here in Port Moresby, and any time a 4 or a 6 is hit, we call it a D-max. Actually, it's a max for a 4, and a D-max for a 6. Yeah, inside, just short of a length, got underneath it. Sort of brave shot in some ways, because we had a deep mid wicket out there ready to gobble it up, but that was safe. Young Leah, the lass from Bali, my goodness. Short this time, no bat on that one, no wide, no run. You can see Roo compensating. They're pushing that one wide of the off stump, H, where you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fielders plus a slip. Not a bad place to bowl, actually. Like most young players, very strong on the onside is young Leah, but she can also play through the covers. Right arm over. Outside off stump. She has a good look, and that's very wise. She's left that one well enough alone because that was a wide. You can also see the good coaching in their stances, can't you, H? I watch for little things like how they take their guard, how they take their block, and how after each delivery they have a set routine getting back into position. And this young lady, Leah, she goes through the same rigmarole each time. Right arm over the wicket. Suru. Down the leg side, she lets it go because she knows her stuff, H. She said, get my leg out of the road, I've got another run and another delivery to be bowled. So excellent cricket from young Leah. She's now on 25 off 29, sort of the mainstay of this innings in a lot of ways. So looking pretty disappointed with herself, Sarah. That's okay. You can do it. Just talk to yourself. 2, 4, 6, 7. Right arm over the wicket. Big breath. Wind blowing across her right shoulder. In she comes. Pushes that one onto the stumps. Off to the offside with the bat goes young Leah. Pushing very cautiously there. Well done. Good cricket. You can see Leah thinking to herself, I'm sure she's really good at maths. They all said they love school in their profiles. 7 runs off the over. If we can maintain that, we're going to end up at 140 runs. So as Rui kept saying, nothing silly. You don't have to give your wicket away. Just keep the same going. We call it the status quo. 7 runs per over, you'll be up at 140. And she comes once more. That's one's drifted onto the leg stump, pushed on the onside. A straight call of no, shy at the wickets and no run. Surulwaya. Right arm over the wicket. Short outside the off stump, a swing and a miss. We're watching there for the second bounce there. She looked over to Kim there for some recognition, I think, H. I'm not quite sure why. But in my book, that's over. Score check, 14 overs, 3 for 94. Run rate, a very impressive 6.71. Extras 43, which makes H cringe. Total score, as we said, 3 for 94. And there's our batting scorecard there. So the mainstays being Leah, excellent performance so far. Hopefully she hangs in there till the end now with 6 over to go, 36 deliveries. We don't want a new batter in at this stage. Just watching, she's heading off for a reason. She wants a pad fixed, I think. Not sure why. Look quite stable there. Maybe she changes her pad in the final few overs when it's madness of the last few overs. Right, in comes Ruchi once more, bowling from the Bassini end. Beautiful delivery, right on the stumps. You miss, I hit. Yeah, we wrote at the start, or we spoke at the start about the capitulation of the Indonesians yesterday, and you could see they were upbeat today. They knew they had a second chance at it, and well done. Fabulous effort so far. In comes Ruchi, right arm over the wicket, shorter this time, a swing and a miss, a half-hearted appeal, no run. Hilva, 14 off 24, backing up her mainstay batter wonderfully well here. Once again to the covers this time, no run. Just going through the profiles here of Leah, one of her idols in this form of the game, 2020 50 over test match in some regards, is Alyssa Healy. What a role model to have in your life, eh? So these girls obviously watch a lot of the international cricket, which is all the time in ESPN, is it, H? And a lot of the stations now, as they jog through for a bye. Just waiting for Kim to come into shot once more. I'm sure that's what we called. Yep, one bye. What a great role model. Of course, Laura Walhawat as well. That's Hilda's role model, the one she aspires to be like. Wide outside the off stump, 2 bounces through the keeper. They've looked for it. They're calling it. Kim's talking to Helen there to see if the ball had bounced twice, and yes it had, which means it's a no ball. Let's just wait for it. It's a wide. It's called a wide. Hang on. Let's go. I'm just going to ask a question to H here. This one's uppish. It's through the hands of the gullies / point fielder, and they've jogged through for 1. Right, let's just check the score too, H. Didn't miss one there. So the ball's bounced twice. Is that called a wide, is it? The ball was wide and bounced twice. Is that what you're telling me? Right, that's why it wasn't a free hit. Because as far as I could remember, is if it bounces twice, it's called a no ball. But I might be wrong, which I'm out, and that is out. Hilva out for a very well constructed 14 off 27. The old adage, if you bowl stump to stump at this stage of proceedings and they miss with their increased run rate or increased attempts to hit runs quickly, that will lead to wickets, and that's the case of this situation. But well done, young Hilva. Bowl Ruchi for a very well constructed 14 runs, and hopefully she gets a round of applause as she comes off from her teammates, because being steady and building partnerships is what today was all about for the Indonesian team, and that is what they've done. Goodness, they're delicious, hey. I'm sorry guys, I just stopped. I reached into the box and there are still 50% of them left, and I just got an absolutely delicious one. Extra cheese on mine, so it does say Vegemite and cheese, but put a little bit of tasty cheese on top of that. My goodness me, H. Magnificent. Right, 4 for 97 off 15, 5 overs to go, 30 runs to go. Let's cheer both teams on here, guys. It's a great tournament so far. H has found another Tasmania. So there goes my theory, there's only one in the box. There must be more than one. I think they've changed their rules, aren't it? due to many complaints from our wonderful people in Tasmania. We have a player called Hobart here, don't we, hey, in the Wollong Hobart. She would be very upset if they left Tasmania off those shakes, mate. So Wollong, we apologise. It's H's fault. Lavachi coming in, right arm over the wicket. Bowling down the leg side to Leah. She gets a bit of something on that. Put through for 1 run. Oh my God, they're good, H. Legged by, I think called that time by the umpire, Helen Akai. Lavachi coming in, right arm over the wicket from the Manu end. Wind slightly behind it. We're just looking at the flag. It's not fluttering as much as yesterday, but it still seems to be coming from the southeast. Lavachi pushing, trying desperately to get that line, that length right, that length that makes it difficult for the batters. Well picked up, and the 1 run taken through, which brings Kantika on strike. Kantika. We're just looking, guys. The reason I'm repeating myself is the girls so nicely went and wrote things in syllables for me, and Kantika is Kantika, so I was right the first time. We'll find out a little bit more about Kantika as she faces up for a first. Down the leg side, Leah gets onto that one, and it's backward a square leg, and they jog through for 2 very easy runs. Niputu Kantika from the beautiful island of Bali. Have you been to Bali, H? In your lifetime, H, in your lifetime. Cricket tour to Bali would be awesome. All of Indonesia is beautiful, but Bali is designed for tourists a bit, but there's places where you don't have to be a tourist, H. Once again on the onside. We did the Indonesian folk tales at Alamurray here as a teacher here at the international school, and we used to study the folk tales of Indonesia, and the Bali one's a massive, beautiful, well, it's not really beautiful, it's sad, folk tale of the giant that swallowed Bali. Down the leg side this time, push, definitely no chance of being LBW. You can see even from this angle where we're looking at the back of the batter, you can see the swing of the ball. The motion of the front pad of the batter tells you too that was going to miss leg stump. And even the keeper moved to the onside as well. So, yeah, it's all right to ask, but as you get more experience as a bowler, you think don't waste your energy sometimes. Well done to, and she comes once more. Again, pushed on the onside. Lavuka puts it through the onside for 1, looking for 2, and probably not going to get there. That is overcalled. 4 for 102, which is a milestone for the Indonesian team today. The worm is slightly, not petering out, but it's levelled itself out at around about 6 runs for over. And once again, you still don't need to do anything to absolutely silly here. With 24 deliveries to go, if you get 24 runs, that is a very formidable total, H. That's up there with Samoa. So Ruchi's going to come still from the Bassini end. She's still got 1 over. This will be her last over. Still a lot of chat there. Helen is talking to, it's not Helen actually, it's Kim talking to the fielders on the offside. Is she giving them a warning, or is she telling them she's winding up there, H? She's doing the count, H. She's doing the count. Is that correct? So what she's probably saying is you can only have 5 on the onside. Let's see if there's anything called here. Right arm over the wicket, full pitch, hit in the air, underneath it, and it's fumbled unfortunately and thrown back. So bad luck, guys. That should have been gobbled, and it would have seen the end of Leah there, I think, mate. And that would have been very significant with 4 overs to go. So one that should have been taken, but that's cricket. Kim is actually looking, taking block now is young Kantika, the girl from Bali. She loves the beach and beautiful temples there. Kanju. Loru. Again, first one she's tried to punch through the covers. A full pitched, over pitch delivery, no run. Before she went out to bat today, guess what she drank, Hake? A big mug of milk. Whether it was warm, she's a big milk person before she goes out to bat. H is a big V person. Short of a length, pushed out to the point position or backward point, basically a second or third slip, no run. Amelia Kerr is her favourite cricketer and a very good role model to have. Very impressed with the profiles of all the girls from Indonesia. They spent a lot of time and effort putting into. I'm not saying the Fijians didn't, but H's dad's a stickler for good handwriting, and it's easy to read all the work they've put down here, mate. One run, are they looking for the second? No second run there. So the fielder jogs in from point, hits the stumps with a beautiful throw, and yeah, I'm glad they didn't run. It could have been a catastrophe there. So that puts Leah back on strike, which I reckon is really important this stage. We don't want too many dot balls from a Kantika. We want her farming the strike to a more established batter. 30 from 39 from Leah. 16.4 overs, 2 legitimate balls to go in this over still. And Leah on strike. She'll be looking for that short one. She's shown she can really tug the ball strongly on the onside. Looking, cover, across onto the onside. It's up in the air. It's safely bounced and only the one run. Yeah, so Leah's indicated that she's quite happy to hit across the line, which I think is important in these last overs, but it's her job to do it. So your job now, Kantika, is to try and get Leah on as much strike as you possibly can. Right arm over the wicket, pushes it onto the legs, along onto the onside, and they've jogged through for one. There's a misfield there, they'll look for two. I would stick with the one there, and that is over. Well bowled run, Ruchi. Only 3 runs off that over, and you can be proud with your efforts. 2 for around about that. 1 for 27 here from Lavachi's coming on from the Bassini from the Manu end. There's our Manhattan guys. Always a great graph, especially when the opposition then start batting, who make good comparisons with that. H is one for collating data, and we're doing the same with our junior program. Hello, much in demand in terms of gathering the data from the senior teams, but now he's got a job of gathering it for the juniors too, for our development program, to see who are the up and coming players with talent all round the wicket. Malay coming in, she's got none for 9 from her 2 overs. This will be her second last over. I'm going to bowl her out, I'd say now. Outside the off stump, a swing and a miss from Kantika. No run. For young Kantika, her favourite song if she went out to bat would be Viva la Vida. H is nodding as if he doesn't know. Right arm over. Again, push to the offside, slightly up edge, a chance for a run out, a chance for a catch, a chance for everything, H. Geez, I'd like to see that on the replay, mate. I think that's gone to the slip's hands, has it? H is looking for the replay here. But not only a chance, let's watch slightly out of screen here. So she pushes it outside the off stump, an edge, nearly gobbled up, a fumble, then outside the crease she has a throw at the stumps, no chance of the run out, but she's admonishing herself for that one. Bad luck to our second slip person there, second slip for sure. Right arm over the wicket, this time pushed closer to the stumps, onto the onside, no run. Again, we haven't got too many of the fielders out. We've got a deep mid wicket, a deep square leg, I would say, and the rest seem to be inside the circle. Right arm over the wicket. In comes Malay. Short and knocked her off stump over. Kantika trying to push it along. She knows she needs to get down the other end and misses and gets bowled. And well deserved to Malay. A great over so far. It's ... wicket. And she'd be hoped to finishing off strongly. And the significant thing about that is that Leah hasn't been able to get on strike for this over. So well done not only to the bowler but to the captain for keeping a lot of fielders inside that inner circle, and really led to the shot being a loose one from Kantika. I'll chat to H at the halfway mark and say to him, H, with the fact that Indonesia bowl really tightly with very few extras, I think 106 is enough. Now that's a big call with around about 14 deliveries still to go. I'd say I'd push up to more 120, but I think 106 is going to be a tough ask for the Fijians. Because one thing about the Indonesians, their bowling was excellent, spot on. They bowl spin, they bowl leg, they bowl legitimate off breaks with the right hander, they bowl orthodox left hand leg spin, and they've got a mix of good medium paces as well. So I reckon it's going to be tough for the Fijians, but of course they've got some big hitters, the Fijians, and that could change things around too. So Malay, well done young lady. 2.4 overs, 1 for 9, 2 deliveries to go. She's hitting the spot. And again, on that off stump line. Yes, you can push it through the cover drives, but not with a lot of power there from the new batter. Sukma's in. I think Sukma's from Java. I'll just double check, guys. I don't want to make the wrong statement there. In comes Malay, right arm over last ball. That one's down the leg side. And 1 run. Interesting to see the history of these guys. Sukma, here we go. I've found it. Sorry about the guys. It wasn't in the same order I had it in this morning. I like to put the profiles in batting order. In comes Malay. She's got other intentions here. Bowls onto the stumps, pushed to the offside, no run. That's a splendid over for Malay. 1 for 10 of 3 overs. And well done. The girls are giving a big rev up there. Pat on the back. Well bowled. Good cricket. She could have got another wicket that over. But didn't lead to anything else. Nikamang Kariputri Sukmarani. That's a good name. That is a good name. And a good place to grow up. Denpasar in Bali. That's where you land when you fly into Bali, H. That's where the airport is. And that's where tourists land and head off in all different directions, hey? I agree with you. The beaches are beautiful. The food is fantastic. Cheap as chips. And again, we have a banana person for the meal they prefer before they go out to bat. Banana wrapped in fresh bread with a bit of butter. H is salivating. Seru back in this time from the Basinian. That one is called a wide. She had a sad look on her face. She said, please don't call that one. It was close. And she said, yes, it was close, but I called it. Suruwawa. None for 18 for 2 overs so far. Starts off with a wide. Score check now, 5 for 108 or 18. Leah's on strike. Leah on strike. Should be looking for being a very aggressive this over. Very aggressive. In comes her. Short of a length. Again, the pull shot. Swung round to mid-wicket region. And well fielded out there on the boundary. And a beautiful throw into the bowler's end. Poor old Suru. The last thing a medium pace bowler wants is to have to stop the ball with those delicate hands. She's going, geez, that hurt. But she's being very brave, H. She's saying, oh, just give me a moted umpire, please. I can't feel my right hand. Maybe it whacked her up onto the chin too. I'm not quite sure there, H. Seruwaya. Wipes the sweat from her brow. On strike we have Sukma, still yet to get off the mark. Look at this beautiful stance, H. That is textbook. That is textbook. Wide outside the off stump. Should be saying to myself, I played across the line of that one, yes. It didn't need to go there. I could have played that on the offside. But that comes with experience. That's relieves the nerves. Big smile on Sukma's face there, the girl from Denpasar. Big cricket ground in Denpasar. It's near the university, I think. Near the uni there in Denpasar. I could be wrong. I'll check at the halfway mark. But right arm over the wicket. Suru being very careful with the way she runs in, wants to land in the right spot. She gets it outside the off stump. That's up in the air. underneath it, and it's only going to be 1 run anyway, so no real damage done there. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders on the offside there, you think that one might have gone to hand, H, but it didn't, unfortunately. It's called the luck of the draw, H. Get a couple more surprises tomorrow, H, in the shopping trolley I had last night at 8 o'clock. There were some specials on at Rangeview last night, mate. Right arm over the wicket, wide outside the off stump, and that's called a wide. Kim Cotton, you've been consistent throughout the whole match. As you can see, the experiences these umpires from New Zealand have had, and great learning experience for Al Hallen to have such experienced umpires and match referees here to help her grow her game as well. Right arm over the wicket. A reach through the covers, a slight misfield, and they've jogged through for 1. Yeah, we were lucky to have Peter Parker here later last year in 2025, ex-Australian and international umpire, very experienced, and he run a few seminars with the ladies here in Port Moresby and surrounds, and we're very well attended cricket umpiring seminars, and that's led to a lot of new umpires being employed here. Some are volunteers, of course, but there is a pathway opportunity for young umpires as well. Not always young umpires, established umpires who've already been doing it, but want to go that step further. Pushed onto the offside, wide of the point position, and they've jogged through for 1. That is good cricket from Sukma. That is excellent cricket, because puts a hard hitting Leah back on strike. Seruwaya in off the Lasini end approach, slightly over pitch, pushed into the covers once more. Yes, no, wait, and look for an overthrow here. We've got one. Easy, do not panic, Fiji. That's what the bowler's saying. Just stay calm. They weren't going to get a run there. No use pelting the ball back to the bowler. It's only going to lead into disaster. So 1 run off that last ball brings the score on to 5 for 114. And here's our scorecard, guys. Great to see some double figures in amongst that. Leah's been the mainstay, but very well supported by Hilva. That was a partnership that could be a match-winning partnership, guys. We'll wait and see. Only 1 game today, guys, so you won't be hearing from us in the afternoon session. We're running downstairs after this game is completed, not to get our lunch. We're running down to help out with our Creo Cricket Carnival. So anyone back in the office, I think they're all down at the carnival actually, will still have the invitation up here to come over and sing the Creo song. Still a packet of fully loaded. That's up in the air, guys. Everyone's looking, everyone's under it, and it's fumbled unfortunately for the fielder there at mid-on, and that's 1 run. So Leah, a lucky break, but I'm sure with only a few deliveries to go, 6 now, it's 5 deliveries to go, she's going to be looking for every chance to whack the ball all around the park. Malay's got other thoughts. In she comes, floats that one up, slower delivery, push into the covers, an easy run. Just relax, just relax, just relax. And relax they do. That is better cricket. Oh, a slight fumble, they're going. Oh, H, runner extras, we don't want those. So I don't be a show off, H, but I did adjust my score here to 120 at one stage, didn't I? 117 with 4 deliveries to go. Here we come once more. Malay outside the house, pushed into the covers. Relax, they've got the 1. And that's all they've got. So Sukma moves on to 5 from 6 deliveries. Score check to 118. And by my calculations, that looks like Leah being on strike there. 5 for 118, 3 deliveries to go. For those that don't know, it says WASP on the side. I'm going to get H to explain that in a second. In comes Malé. A swing through the covers, a swing and a miss, no run, well bowled. Bowling to a field. H, what does WASP is going to write it onto the board here? On the scorecard here, 1, 2, 3. WASP. It's not an insect, of course. It's an acronym. 2 deliveries to go. I'm going to impress Rugi when he comes up and say, do you know what WASP means? Onto the onside this time. And it's through the legs of the mid-on fielder, rushing down towards the boundary. They'll be looking for 3. They'll be looking for 3. But they don't get 3. 1 delivery to go. So thank you to all those people who picked Virat Kohli as the quickest between wickets. I didn't, that's for sure. Right arm over, 1 ball to go. Then there'll be change of innings. We're going to have a break of 20 minutes. It's a swing, a hit, a miss, and the keeper just gloves the ball, holds the ball, waits for the umpire to call over, and that's good cricket. Score check, 5 for 120. I'm pointing myself, H. I'm pointing to myself. Off 20 overs. Again, H is working out the number of extras in that innings. I'm looking at around about 40. Is that right, H? Yep, 40 extras. You take 40 from 120. We're just checking that now. 49 extras. That's equal to the amount of extras bowled by Vanawudi. Take that away from the total score, and you're looking around about 70 runs. So something we talked about learnings from this series and making sure we learn lots of things as a team. And one learning from, especially from a couple of teams, is we've got to be tighter with our bowling, making sure we don't strain the leg stump. And there's reasons why they call for wides down the leg side in this and 50 overs, because we don't want leg side bowling. We want bowlers to be bowling at the stumps. H has looked up WASP for Creo. We're talking. Right, so thanks guys. We're going to have a bit of a break now before H eats all the Arnott's shapes, Vegemite shapes. Just on, H is asking me, guys, if anyone knows what the WASP, that we are homework on the scorecard on the right hand side when we're getting the scores flashed up on that. That's a flare ray underneath where the batters are batting. We get our score up with overs, wickets, etc., etc., and it has WASP. And we'll sort that out whilst the break is on. Thank you everyone. Have a great break. See you again in around about 20 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. The chase is on. Good thing about this innings, we're going to see how deep the Fijians bat. They got it pretty easy the other day, but this one, it's going to be a lot different. They were only chasing 40 runs today. They're going to be chasing a lot more than that, 120, 121 to win. That's a big task in any form of T20 cricket. 6 runs per over. Excuse my puffedness, we have to rush and check a few things out during the break. H is back. I think we'll be getting Rugi in for a bit of call later on. He's gone over to have a look at the Creo Cricket Carnival. Opening batters Litia and Alomia, and our bowler will be Alna. Kim waves to the scorers, waves to Halai, gets the position, and it's Alna coming around the wicket, over the wicket, left arm over. She comes medium pace. Again, hits the mark pretty well. Punch down on the onside for 1 run. Our young representative from West Papua, H and I had a chat to her, or I did anyway. I'm not sure if H was there the other day, and very impressive. A young lady, and I love her action. Why is it about left-handers, H? Mitchell Stark, Matt Graham. It's just something about the way they move, H, isn't it, hey? But she's obviously been very well coached. I think her family has had a lot of cricket history in the western part of the island, and yeah, very impressive young lady. Around again, hits the spot just outside off stump. Welcome to Rugi. We called him Hoogie this morning because we want everyone's name to stay with H. He's going to be putting his insightful comments in. 120 runs is not an easy task, guys, as we've already said. And a good start by Alna with only 1 run off the first couple of deliveries. So welcome, Rugi.
Thanks, Hilsey. Great to be here again. Had to sort out a few things here and there. Thank you, Hilsey. I just realised I didn't have my microphone on me. So
that's right. I'm pretty sure they could hear from this one anyway. Hey, so
that's good. Good batting by Indonesia earlier on in the day.
Yeah, very, very impressed. Very impressed.
Good. As we said,
they've all got very what he calls classical sort of techniques in the way they bat.
Exactly.
Which is a sign of good coaching, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, to bounce back from a very disappointing batting performance yesterday against Samoa, to post a huge target of 120 is quite impressive, quite a bounce back. And here on the pads, Alna doing a good job for Indonesia, Hilsey.
Yeah, very impressed with the young lady from West Papua. Yeah. Jayapura, is that how you pronounce it?
Jayapura,
yeah. We've got our pronunciator here now, hey, so we don't have any worries about any pronunciation. We were very good this morning. We're on our best behaviour. Oh, again, just
there's a bit of shape down.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Outswingers into the right hand.
I used to hate facing left arm over the wall.
Finishes strong, the over ball.
Yeah.
It's 1 run off the first over.
Yeah, you're right there, aren't you, hey?
Yep.
It's interesting to see who Indonesia will open with from the Manu end today. They've got a lot of options. We talked about that before the game, Rugi, that they bat deep, but they also bowl deep as well. So it looks like Leah batted magnificently this morning, mate. Did you catch any of it?
No.
Her innings?
Not really.
It was with a real determination, it was. She was saying to herself, I'm going to be there at the end, and she basically was. 32 runs. Odd.
Fiji needs to have a good start.
I agree.
With the openers, because 120 is well above the pass score we've been talking about all week.
We did our cricket numeracy activity again, Rugi. We talked about you this morning at Let's Play Higher or Lower. Remember that game, Higher or Lower? How many extras do you think the Fijians impacted on themselves. Impact is not the right word.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
You want me to have a go?
Have a go, higher or lower?
Is it 43?
Higher.
49?
Got it. Oh, give him a savoury shave. I tell you what, 49.
49,
which
right
was
on the
equal to the record of our Vanuatu
Yeah, I just
friend.
remembered 49 from the other day.
Oh, that's a big appeal.
So I just had to. I remember 49 from the other match. So.
H was getting excited because he thought he had another record going here, so he didn't
Is that
get
the
it.
record we
That
have?
rare 49 from the Vanuatuans. And again, it was leg side, mate. It's leg
They
side.
gave away a few more yesterday against PNG.
Yeah, true.
So their bowling hasn't been on song
No.
in the first couple of matches.
And it was interesting, after the game yesterday, instead of going back into the rooms, the coaches took them out for a training session. So
They did. Actually, that's good coaching.
yeah, it is to say this we did well and this we didn't do well.
The whole thing is, we've been talking about it, the learning process, the development process of these young cricketers. Let alone young girls. They have a long way to go, and this is the first step to something big in their cricketing career.
And it's something they'll remember forever. Riggy was talking yesterday about his first under-19 game, weren't you, mate? And you remembered that forever because that was your first stepping stone to international competition.
It never goes away. I still remember a few things we did in some of the matches we play. When we get together with the boys, we keep talking about them, both on and off the field.
True.
Memories, they can stay with you for a very, very long time.
Again, Leah, very impressive, Riggy, with her first over. And the basics of the game, you can see, have been instilled in the Indonesian girls. Off stump, pitch it up, let it do its own thing.
Well, their baseball background kind of helps them in their coordination. The strong baseball background area, Indonesia, or in most of the islands they come from. In all of Indonesia, the same with Japanese. They will have a very
Japan's
good
got a very strong baseball
and also
softball
Thailand.
Thailand too,
They are very, and that's how quickly they pick up. When the coaches come on, it's a lot more easier. Trying to get the coordinations right. It doesn't take a lot of time or effort to getting their coordination.
And that leads into their fielding, Riggy, too, doesn't it? They fielded really well.
They have good throws, they have big, strong arms. Their returns have been quite outstanding.
Ooh.
And it's a wideish ball, and the umpire says a wide. That will help the target move up to 3 on the board, 3 runs on the board for Fiji. Pula Vinaka to our friends tuning in Fiji, Suva, and the islands around
Nadi, Lautoka,
Sigatoka.
Sigatoka, what a place, guys, our Fijian friends. I walked up the sandhills at Sigatoka last year, mate, because we used to travel from Landy to Suva. Like, it is magnificent. Because that's where the rugby teams train, running up those sandhills.
Very lovely people, Fijians. Pula Vinaka to our friends in Fiji.
Spoke to Lottie yesterday. Hopefully the rain's easing a bit. Still a bit of rain around today, Suva and surrounds, but it's a bit of a mop-up at the moment from what I've heard, especially near the airport of Suva, Nazuri. Nazuri got a flood zone. It flies to Samoa and a few other places. But when I used to fly into Suva, Lydia looks like she can wield the willow if she wants to.
She's loading up.
She's loading up, fully loaded.
Fully loaded.
Yes.
She's a big girl too. She can hit the ball. She was quite impressive the other day for Fiji. And Elna continuing from the Vicini.
Here we go. She's not. I think she's been sent out there for a reason, hasn't she? Hey.
Straight over the bowler's head for a single run by Alitia.
Good tactics by the Fijians, I reckon, but with 49 extras on the board, they have to do something initially in these power play to even the keel a bit, because the the Indonesians won't bowl as many extras. It's
I think that the bowling's been on spot.
Yeah, it's
The
exactly.
last
So
or the first 2 overs went quite cheaply, and
Yeah.
now the third over is going really well. Just 2 runs conceded so far with 1 ball remaining in Elna's
second over.
second over.
Very impressed with the young lady, hey? Very impressed.
Yeah. So I spoke to the Indonesian coach because they had few flight issues and
Yeah.
visa issues, and I said you should have just come across the border across from West Papua. It's a road trip away.
It is. That's
Yeah.
very true. Just
Yeah.
you fly and take a PMV, do the trip,
Yeah,
get into
and that-
Vanamo or get into Wewak and just take a flight from there.
So most of cricket is played in Jakarta, so they had
Yeah.
to fly to Bali. I think,
Yep. Yep.
and from Bali to probably Philippines.
Yeah.
Philippines to Australia, and Australia to PNG. So
Right. That's a roundabout way of going.
Yeah, I asked him how was the flight. He said long flight. Well, I
Yeah.
said you should have come across the border. It was a road trip.
Oh, here she goes.
And the coach said, well, maybe next time we'll consider that. Our friends in Jakarta, welcome to the match between Indonesia and Fiji.
You're going to figure on a episode of Border Security here, Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, look, Ricky, we pulled out the Monties today too, mate. So
Monty's on.
Monty's out. This man needs some chocolate, he told me. So they're out.
H is-
Here we go. Good
yeah,
night.
And that is that out? No.
No, I think she's
Bump
bumped
ball.
it into the ground, mate.
Bump ball.
Yeah.
That's not out, says the umpire. 9 for 5 runs, 3.2 overs.
Yeah, it's a
Leah is back from the manual of the ground. This is her second over, lining up for her 10th ball of her second over. Elomia on strike.
Edge shifted that one.
Past the wicket keeper. There's a backstop behind
Yeah.
the wicket.
That's what we described as it before too, Rugi. There's sort of a backstop just in case. Not a bad position, that fine slip, we'll call it, first slip, but really to cover the keeper too.
4th ball from Leah. She's going really well. She's going strong doing a good job for her team. Bowling tightly.
Oh, going to give
Lydia on
herself
strike.
a chance.
Played and edged onto the onside down to the square leg region, and a quick single taken. Score moves up to 6 runs on the board. 2 more balls remaining in the 4th over for Indonesia. Leah, fifth ball lining up. Elomia back on strike. She is on 1 run.
It's a lovely. We
Played and miss.
We talked
again.
about routine, Rugi, about these bowlers. They do the same thing every single time they come into bowl. It's a very good coaching from the Indonesian coaching squad.
Yeah.
Did you play any games in Denpasar or in
No,
Jakarta?
never. Indonesia, they have some very good fields, ovals,
Yeah,
cricket
yeah.
ovals in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I mentioned, talking to the coach as well, he mentioned that there was a big cricket field in West Papua.
Yes.
They're not using.
Yeah, which is a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, we could have competitions between East and West, which would be a lovely thing, but
Yeah.
I talked to the coaches, so they're building a new turf pitch in Bali at Udadaya, which will be northern part of Bali, which will be massive for their Bali fanatics. They've got a lot of cricket being played in Denpasar, and to have that turf pitch would make it international attraction, wouldn't it, hey? International, yeah, so great things happening in Indonesia. This young lady, Kantika, is a very impressive player too.
Kantika.
Yeah.
Let's try and get the name, full name right
Kantika,
here.
we checked that one out, mate. We had a look. We've been looking at their profiles.
It's Ni Putu Kantika.
Oh, here he
That's
goes.
the full
That's
name.
the full name, yeah.
Ni Putu Kantika.
Here we go.
Is
Off he's-
on the strike for Indonesia.
Whoa.
And Litia goes for a big shot. a stumping attempt there by the wicket keeper, but Lithia is back safely on her crease, and umpire says not out. Lithia survives. She's on 4 runs, and I think Ilse, you were right. She's already loading up.
She's loaded out. We're going to throw the packet of biggies out there, H. Get the fully loadeds going, H. They're fully loaded.
Well, rightfully so, because the power plays haven't gone for a lot of runs, so she will be looking to up in the run rate
for sure
for Fiji, because the target they're chasing is quite well over the past score that we've been predicting.
Well, you think about it, Rugi, they haven't bowled an extra yet. They haven't bowled an extra in the 4 points. So in other words, Fiji started minus 50 before they started, didn't they? Really?
They have, and that's a good pickup, because whites have been throw at the stump but missed. Direct hit would have been interesting. Hilsey
would have.
She was
H would have.
To me, she
had
was
the finger
gone
up
for all money there.
Billy Bowden would have been risen there, H, I reckon. The old crooked arm.
Lithia is back on strike. She'll be looking to get things going for Fiji. As pressure is mounting on them, and she's guided straight up in the air, and is safely taken.
It's
by
taken.
the cover fielder for Indonesia, and that is the first wicket for Fiji. Lithia goes for 5 runs, out caught. Fiji are first wicket down for 9 runs, 4.4 overs.
Look at the joy. Look at the joy.
Well done, Indonesia, taking the first wicket.
They're going to do their little dance here. They're going to do their little dance, I reckon. They love their dance.
They love
do you reckon this catch took a little look out? Do you reckon, Rugi? Have a look.
Popped out the bat.
Have a look.
But then the second
it was on the tip of the fingers.
Yeah, just on the tip of the fingers.
Yeah, that's why the laughs are happening. I think that one did a good look.
Catch just counts, however you take it.
Exactly.
It's a catch, and that is the first wicket. We called it. She was going to go for some big shots.
It's a Connie Awala special there, H.
Just edged it up in the air, straight up in the air, and
she's delighted.
They're so delighted. That is the first wicket. That brings Jasville to the crease for Fiji, and Jasville, we're trying to work out the full name here, Hilsey.
That's Rugi. That's here somewhere, Rug. So that's our
Jasville. It's Jasville Rockero.
No, that's an easy one.
That's an easy one.
Jasville Rockero.
Jasville Rockero of Fiji comes in to join Elomia, who is the not-out batsman on the non-striker stand. And there's a bit of mix-up there. The new batter has to take the strike as per the new rules.
As per the new rules, which H taught me 2 weeks ago now.
Kantika bowling from the Bisinian of the ground. Good first over, taking the first wicket for Indonesia, and her figures read taken 1 wicket for 2 runs, 0.4 overs so far. Jasville on strike. It's 1 for 9 in the 5th over now for the Fijians in it. Pitched outside of stump, and a quick single taken there. Quite comfortable, as there was a slight fumble in the fielding that allowed the Fijian batters to stroll through for a single run. Last ball from Kantika, Elomia on strike. Last ball. Good defensive shot by Elomia. Straight back to the bowler, and that's the over ball. The Fijians are 1 wicket down for 10 runs after 5 overs. So what do you think, Hilsey? They have to get things going, the Fijian batters. This will be the last power play overs, and the captain of the Indonesian side will be looking to protect some boundaries with the next power play phase of their bowling. So the interns come onto the attack for Indonesia. She's going to be bowling from the Manuan of the ground, which is the southern,
The southeastern side, the other tow end, hey?
yeah. It's Intan. Intan is Intan Belian of Indonesia. That's an easy one. You'll see.
They weren't as difficult as we thought.
We got used to it
Yeah.
in the last few days. So I
We're
think
getting
the
better.
pronunciations are getting better and
We're
better
Definitely getting
by
better.
the day. That's the first ball, a dot ball, played and missed by the batter for Fiji, Jasfield. She's on 1 run.
Very
Intan.
impressed with this young lady too. Left arm around the wicket, down the leg side slightly.
And that's gone down, I think that's the first wide of the
I think
ball.
that might be right too. Yeah.
That is quite impressive, considering the amount of wides that these young girls have considered in
yeah.
their bowling, and that is quite an outstanding effort from the Indonesian bowling side, bringing their first wide in the 6th over. And I think the coach will be very happy with that effort out there
Yeah.
by a team, by the girls. 1 for 13 in turn.
Beautiful.
That is a beautiful action there, and
Well backed up.
a beautiful overthrow there, Hilsey.
Yeah.
But well backed up by the fielder down at the short fine leg region. Elomia comes on strike. Intent continuing from the manual of the ground. Pitched up, I think it's been bottom edged by Elomia. Takes another single. Oh, actually the wicket keeper has actually missed the ball as the umpire signals wide runs, by extra runs. Correction there. And Fiji pushing the score up to 15 after 5.3 overs. In turn for a second ball, and it's going down the leg side. Missed by the wicketkeeper again, and Fijians are running for the second one. It's going to be close, and that is going to be a run out.
It's out. Oh, hang on,
It's a wide ball, but you can actually get
run out of a wide.
Of a wide ball.
Oh,
It's
dear.
like the no ball free hit one. You can run out of a free hit. And
Great
you can actually
thinking
get
by
a
the
run out
taker
from,
there. Oh, H.
from a wide ball as well. So
Yeah.
that's poor running from the Fijians
yeah.
there, and that is the second wicket for Indonesia. Fijians are now 2 down for 16 runs, I would think.
Yeah.
Because there was a run.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well
Correct.
done. Jasville's out too. She looked like she could bat a
Jasmine's
bit.
gone,
Yeah.
and that is the second wicket for Fiji. 2 for 16, 5.4 overs. Indonesia looking strong to this point of the game, and I think the scoreboard pressure is forcing Fijians to do some silly mistakes here, especially with the communication out there in running between the wickets. The Indonesia have been very impressive so far. You'll see in their bowling as well.
Very impressive, mate.
They're not
Very
they're
impressive.
taking their chances. They are throwing back at the stump to wicketkeeper and the bowlers, and they are up and about. They are sniffing a big victory here, Hilsey.
Well, this puts them back in the equation, doesn't it? Even though they lost to Samoa badly, this puts them right back into the equation.
It opens up the competition up
Yeah.
a bit with their performance so far. It's still a long way to go in this innings, but should Indonesia win, that leaves the competition wide open.
Yeah.
With PNG to play tomorrow against Samoa, and Indonesia will have to take on Vanuatu tomorrow.
It was great chatting to H this morning. He's explaining that a lot of the Samoan players seem to live in New Zealand, but their mums and dads are Samoan, and that qualifies them for these carnivals. So I learned a lot from H this morning about the qualification rules.
The ICC strictly monitors the qualification rules. Some restrictions are very tight.
Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it? You need consistency. So you told me yesterday, Ruger, that Taylor from New Zealand also played for Samoa, didn't he? Hey, so I think we had Dirk Nannes.
Well, there's different rules applied at different levels.
Yeah, true.
So, like a guy like Ross Taylor, he can't play in the regional qualifiers.
Yeah.
But if Samoa goes up to global qualifiers or the actual World Cup, they can allow them to play.
Right.
So that makes it easier for some of the teams like Netherlands and the teams that are in top tier.
Yeah.
And if you have some background and heritage of certain countries, then you might be able to play.
True. Did you play against Dirk Nannes at all in Victoria? Very quick bowler.
No, we didn't get. They were quite strong back in the days.
Yeah, but he ended up playing for Victoria, but then went and played for the Netherlands as well. Very good player. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Hey, the rules.
Rules change from different levels of.
You remember probably Kepler Vessels as well from South Africa. During the embargo, he actually played for Australia for a number of years. So
sometimes it makes it hard for, for example, our Baramandis. They've been playing as a full native side, if I may say.
Yeah.
But then when they go and play against Netherlands and even the UAE, Netherlands in particular, they have South Africans playing for them, and it's quite an unfair situation for our boys.
True.
When Netherlands are borrowing or getting players from outside, when PNG is not allowed to, because we don't play as much games up in the next
level.
Other level. I had the privilege of playing alongside Garen Jones, a former England Test cricketer,
wicket keeper.
Yeah. I had the privilege of playing alongside him for Baraman, and he was born in Chimbu, up in the Highlands.
Yeah.
He went to school in Chimbu. He's a very young kid, and the parents left to go back to the British
England,
and then when he finished playing for England, he was able to play for PNG because he had a birth certificate for PNG, which is easier.
Yeah, once you got that birth certificate, there's no argument, is there? Hey?
And that is another good catch.
No. Nomia's out too.
They've been impressive.
Very impressive.
Out in the field.
I don't think I've seen them drop one in the 2 games. I can't recollect it. Could be wrong, but that's impressive bowling and impressive fielding, eh?
Like I said, their baseball background, it's quite huge in Indonesia, and they play. Hand-eye coordination is quite
excellent. Phys ed's a big part of their curriculum there too, isn't it? Hey, sport. That's impressive.
That's the 3rd wicket down for the Fijians, and the score is 20 runs on the board after 7 overs. And the Indonesian girls are looking strong here, marching on to victory. It's still a long way to go. Things can change pretty quickly in T20 cricket, but they are in a very strong position as the bowlers are tightening the screws on the Fijian batters, marching on to a certain victory for the Indonesians. Big job to do with the remaining batters for Fiji. They are going to require 7.77 runs per over from here on. Kantika continuing from the Bisini end of the ground. Rita Flynn netball courts end of the ground. First ball goes for a wide run, and that will be an extra run for Fiji. Kantika. Oh, it's going to be in 10 actually, and it's hit. Oh, there was another chance there, but
yeah, a good way to bruise your ankle, that one.
Misjudged by the bowler. It should have been taken, but the ball probably traveled too quick for intern to grab, and a run scored again. We are a bit slow with the overrates here. Hechi, what's happening?
Target 121. 2.86. It's got a lift, Rugi, doesn't it? It has to lift very
that's
short.
the over ball.
Yeah.
Hechi's trying to sort out the issue here.
He's sorting it out. Left arm over pitched. Push back.
Full toss.
Yep.
And defensive shot from Elomir. Ishan is the Elomir is still.
Oh, a chance. Oh, she's hit back in. Hope you haven't got a boy's cough there, Rugi.
Oh,
it's a bit going round,
I've got something, and I'm hoping I don't pass on to anybody.
Yeah.
The aircon isn't helping.
No, it tickles the throat, doesn't it, hey?
And the sweets.
Now, I don't think the Vegemite cheese shaked a few tips in there. This is an impressive spell, though, isn't it, hey? Left arm around the wicket.
Played and missed again. 3 for 21 after 7.3 overs. Hechi working hard to get the scoreboard up. Balanced up with the scorers here. We'll be back on track shortly, for sure.
Left arm. Oh, she's given that one a bit of flight and a bit of a heave-ho.
Over the infield.
Back for two.
Back for 2 runs. There is good running from the Fijian batters. They need more than 2 runs from here on per over, so they'll be looking at scoring a bit more like that last shot.
Yeah.
To get the run rate going higher and higher. Defensive shot by Elomir again.
Just shows you how much we rely on our data these days, doesn't it, Rugi? Hey,
Technology, it can actually go wrong.
It can, and that puts us on the back foot. But we're making do here. We can still call the game as we see it. And Rugi's doing a wonderful job of that. We're just getting
we're trying to match the numbers.
To our players too.
The batters that are in Ruti Taufa.
Yeah.
It's Ruti, I don't know how they pronounce it.
I think it might be Ruthi. I think you might be right.
Yeah, it's Ruthi.
My friend
Ruti Taufa.
And
Jesse number 6 and Ishani Singh.
Ishan's back. She was a bit, you know how well she bowled in the other game? She wasn't as impressive today.
Really?
A lot of extras, but really admonishing herself today. She got a bit down on the dumps between the 3rd and 4th over.
Ishani Singh on strike for Fiji, and the Indo are introducing their new bowler. It's Dira. It's the full name is gonna be a bit of challenge here. It's Stefania Angelita. Oh, that's not too.
It's a nice name, isn't it? Angelita.
That is a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Stefania Angelita Dira is on the attack for Indonesia from the Bishini end of the ground.
Dira, you got it right. Ashani and Ruchi, we were right with the call. We don't need this H. We don't need these stats. We can just do it from memory. We can. Have a look. Run rate's up to 3.06 too.
We were scrambling.
Oh, she's taken that from wide outside the off stump, eh?
And there was a chance there, but put down. I think that's the first.
Yeah.
Put down. It was a hard chance.
You want to see a replay
going
of that
to
one.
her right.
Well picked up.
Was going to dive at it. Decided not to, but didn't quite grab
hold
of the. It's the replay shows.
Oh yeah.
That was
close.
but Ruthie survives, and the batters are now pushing for singles, which is the way to go.
Yeah.
The boundaries are hard to come by as Indonesians are bowling really well, and that is the way to go. Keep on rotating the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking, and wait for the right balls to hit the boundaries. Dira, and that is slap powerfully to the leg side. Actually, it was a slog sweep.
Slog sweep's a good description of that. It's just what the doctor ordered, isn't it, Rugi? Hey, at 3 for 23 of 8.4, they have to do something.
Yeah, they have to.
Ishani's got that amazing stance, hasn't she? Chandapal Senior, isn't it? Not Junior. He used
right-handed Chandapal.
Yeah, true, but the son never had the same stance as the dad. It restricts your offside play to a certain degree, but tell you what, I was watching her train this morning. She was very focused on bat on ball. Nice technique with an unusual stance.
4 singles and a dot ball so far in this over from Dira. This is the last ball. Ishani on strike, and it's balled way outside of the blue-white line, but it was actually played at by Ishani. Got a bit of bat onto it, and that is the over ball, a dot ball. 4 runs off the 9th over. Fiji are 3 down for 28 runs.
The onslaught has to come soon, Rugi. The halfway mark coming up, and
correct. This is the last over before the technical timeout, drinks break for both teams. And if this last over goes for a few runs, then it will bring the Fijians back in line for their chase of 121. Sukma has been introduced by the Indonesians. She is bowling from the manual of the ground, and wide fast ball pushed down the leg side. The umpire signals wide, extra runs for Fiji. That brings their score to 29 of 9 overs. Sukma is Nikomang Sukmayantikari Putri. I think I've done well there.
Oh, you did extra well there. That was. We might have to have an award for the pronunciation of the series, and I reckon that was it, H. I want Boy to come up and have a crack at that one, eh?
Glanced down the leg side by Ruthie for Fiji.
Yeah.
Brings their score to 30 runs, 9.1 over. Sukmayantia Kari is on the attack for Indonesia. 2 runs so far off the over. Down the leg side again. It's hit the pad of the batter, and dot ball again. It was there to be hit, but played and missed by Ishani. She would be very disappointed because the ball was there to be hit, but she missed. Dot ball, third ball coming up from Sukmayanti, and that's edged down to the gully region, or third slip, or gully region, or behind the slips, for another single run for Ruthie for Fiji. Brings their score to 31 runs, 9.3 overs. It was Ishani on strike. Now Ruthie is back on the strike. Sukmayantia dot ball, played and a miss by Ruthie. She is on 6 runs of 11 balls, trying to do the right thing by Fiji, trying to lift the right plane, trying to play some shots to get their run rate going. 5th ball, played onto the onside by Ruthie, cross for a single run, brings the score to 32 of 9.5 overs. Ruthie Ishani back on strike for Fiji.
A lot of joy at the back of us there with the Creo cricket happening. Lots of joy.
Ishani on strike. That will be the over ball, I would think.
Sukma's over's over.
And that is over for Sukmayanti.
Good start.
4-3.
Good number for 4 off the over. It's
Just
very
considered
impressive.
4 runs, correct? And that will be the technical
Break.
timeout for both teams. And Fiji are going well at 3 wickets down for 32 runs in their pursuit of 120 runs set for them by the Indonesians. This is a technical drinks break, and we will be back as we go across onto the Bisini Oval cricket ground, where our school cricket, our community cricket is happening, with the Creo 6v6 cricket happening. Good work by Q and the team out there in the green vest, looking so bright.
Very smart, aren't they?
Very smart from up here.
Woohoo.
And doing a good job, Q, with the kids. Oh, there goes the
knocked his
wicket.
wicket over. Good thing about Creo, he gets another chance though, doesn't he? Hey?
Creo is the way to go.
Way to go.
That's what we're trying to to get the kids to focus on, because it gives everyone a go in batting and bowling and fielding, and the kids go home happy.
They're not sitting around all day, are they, Rudy? They're
around.
doing stuff all the time, and stuff is important. Ooh,
There is some good bowling action.
Yeah, some
Been
nice
shown
one.
there by
The good thing is the umpires are not only umpires, they're coaches and
they can coach,
mentors.
they can umpire,
Yeah.
they can even keep scores with with the tablets.
With the
that
tablet we've got,
introduced, thanks to your efforts.
It's the good. So they're trialing a tablet, especially on Sunday. We're going to show them off. So I think someone might have one out there today. But
and that's the app.
the scoring app.
Yourself and H have been
Especially
working.
H and my nephew. They've done a grouse job.
Yeah, that is.
H has even introduced it to our cricket numeracy program here in Port Moresby. So it's great. Have a look at this kit. Have a look. Whoa, it's not one of your
for the
boys.
viewers, so we will be introducing our new Creo 6v6 app.
Especially on Sunday.
On Sunday, and that is going to be added technology into our game development programs, where we can maintain and keep records of the kids that are playing here, and we can track them down later on in the cricketing life, if I may say. And that is good work from yourself, Hilsey, and Hechi, for coming up with the idea and with the concept to capture the records of our kids that are playing as young as 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds. Good work. Thanks to Q and the team at the Cricket PNG Game Development Department. Well done. Keeping the game growing out in our communities and schools and around the country as well. So we're back to Amini Park. 10 overs remaining in the Fijian innings. They are 3 down for 32 runs, chasing the target set by Indonesia, 120, well over the past score we suggested, and Indonesia bowlers have been very, very good, not giving away too many scoring balls to the Fijians, making life very, very hard for the Fijian batters. Dira is continuing from the Bisini end of the ground. Rita Flynn caught end of the grounds, and second ball played nicely by Ruti down to the leg side for a single run. Score reached 33 runs on the board. Ishani is back on strike. Edged down past the wicket keeper, and the slip fielder is chasing the ball. Throws it back to the wicket keeper, and the batters settle for another single run for Fiji. Ruthi is back on strike. Dira 3 balls to go, and the equation tells us that 87 runs more required from 57 balls in the Fijian innings. LBW uphill, the umpire walks away, rightfully so. The ball was traveling down the leg side. Umpire was actually trying to get out of the line in case the batters decide to run and the fielders have a go at the wicket to affect the run out. Fifth ball, Dira tossed up, plays it on the volley, hits it down to the mid-wicket region, deep mid-wicket region for another single for Fijians. 3 down for 35 runs, 10.5 overs. 3 down for 35 runs. Last ball from Dira coming up, Ishani on strike. Tossed up, played and a miss. Dot ball again, nicely taken by wicket keeper, and that is the over ball. 3 runs conceded off this over after 11 overs. Fiji at 3-4-35. So what's your thoughts, Hilsey? What do you think?
Yeah, we've had a lot of chats about this. It's just we go back. It's like a broken record. You can't give 50 extras away and then expect to win the match with the bat. I don't think it's
Indonesians have done really well.
Oh yeah, that's what we're saying.
Given
Not
with
against the
too many
bowling
extras,
attack.
and it's making it hard for.
And they're not doing it, so it's a differential of 50 to start off with, and then they're not reciprocating by bowling bad deliveries themselves. They've been very disciplined, very disciplined. Ooh. And that leads to shots like that, doesn't it? Hey, it leads to desperation shots. So
Ni Koman Sukmayanti Kari. Putri is back on the attack from.
that's just showing off, Ricky.
Yeah, I think I'm already trying to show off.
I get H to pronounce a few of these over the time.
It's down the left side by Putri. Sukma.
Sukma's got a nice easy action though, hasn't she? Hey.
She has a good, very, very good bowling action.
Yeah. Go Ruti. What do you got?
Ruti on strike.
She's got a swing and a miss.
Just outside of the off stump, pitched. Foolish outside of the off stump. Played and missed by Ruti. Dot ball there, 3-4-36. 11.2 overs. Sukma. Coming
Nice
in.
one. Oh, she got that.
Hit on the onside by Ruti. Down to the mid-wicket fielder. Settles for another single. Ishani is on strike. Ruti on 10 runs. Ishani on 6. 3 balls remaining. That is the way to go. Keep
That's
rotating
good cricket.
strikes.
That's
That
nice.
is very good cricket, actually. Lindsay. Keep rotating the strike. Wait for the right balls to score big off. Keep the scoreboard ticking and give your team a good chance to have a crack at the target of 120. But the Indo bowlers are doing a good job here, keeping it tight, making it hard for the Fijians to score easily. 1 ball to go, 3-4-38 runs. Ruti on 10 runs, facing Sukmayanti Putri of Indo. Straight push down the leg side and taken by the wicket keeper down at the leg side, and the umpire signals wide. Another wide, that would be the third wide of the over.
We haven't had a consecutive wide in this innings, so that's a rarity, isn't it? Hey, so Sukma, get it back. She'd be disappointed. You can see the look on her face, can't you?
Yeah, correct.
And it goes through a young mind now. Just got to get this one right. Just relax. Just relax.
You'll be fine.
That's okay. That's the old push down the offside trick, eh? And
played and a miss. That's the over ball. After 12 overs, Fiji are 3-4-40 runs. Ishani on 7 runs, and Taufa. Ruthi Taufa on 10 runs of 21 balls. Coming back onto the attack is gonna be our friend from the West Papua region of the Indonesian island. It's gonna be Elna. Trying to get her full name correct here, Hilzy.
Yeah.
It's
so really you have to have a practice.
Anase Elna Elizabeth Young. Young. That is quite a long name.
It's a
Anase
lovely
Elna Elizabeth. That is a lovely name.
Wish her name was Elizabeth. Young. It has to be Young.
Elna is back on the attack. She's bowled 2 overs so far, 2.1 overs so far. This is her 3rd over. First ball went for a dot ball. Ishani on strike, and it's pushed down the leg side by Elna again, and the whites are starting to come into play a bit more here, Hilsey.
Yeah. And the last 2 overs we put the mocker on them, I reckon, after I said they've been so tight. There's been 1, 2, 3, I think 4 extras down the leg side in the last over and a bit. So I won't say anything else about extras. Here we go.
That is a better ball.
Yeah.
Straight stump to stump.
Oh,
There's a go at the stumps for a chance of a run out. It would have been close if there was a direct hit, but not to be. Ruthie was safely back in her crease. Elna is continuing from the Bisney end of the ground. Tossed up, played on the full by Ishani, and they'll be taking 2 runs, and this is going to be close, and that is safe, says the umpire.
good running.
That is good running for 2 runs. Pushes the Fijians go to 43, 12.3 overs. Ishani on 9 runs, facing Elna of Indonesia. They're chipping away here, Hilsey.
Yeah, 3 for 42. There's life, there's hope.
There is life, there is hope.
But neither batter at the moment appears to be a massive hitter, do they? So they're going to have to get some boundaries out of these ones, Rigo, I reckon.
Yeah, they need some boundaries.
Yeah.
Certainly they need some boundary. A couple of boundaries in the next couple of overs will help.
She never quite got it as much as I thought. I don't think it'll get all the
way.
way there, hey?
They'll get 2 for this one.
Nice running.
That is nice running. Bringing their score to 45. 12.4 overs. 2 balls to go in the 13th over. Elna Young for Indonesia.
Oh, nice nut.
That is a good
That's
ball.
a ripper, hey? That's
well played by Shani.
Yeah, Shani's showing a lot today, isn't she? Not so
safely
the
defended.
bat. Very nicely played.
1 ball to go.
Is that the old county clipper out there she's got in her hands? Have a look.
Yeah.
It is too.
It is
I hate stuff to know what we're talking about. You'll be asking, what's a county clipper? He thinks it's a ship. Oh, a game well bowled.
Full ball. Played onto the
He's
onside.
asking, how are you? We're not going to tell you.
And that is
Oh,
good running. Put some pressure on the fielder.
yeah, good cricket, girls.
And
Well
that is very
played.
good cricket. Well backed up as well. And
Well,
there's a
hang
player
on.
down.
I think it's hit her
Someone has hurt herself trying to
back
back
up.
up on the throw. I think she's got hit on the body,
Maybe on the tummy, I think.
on the tummy maybe.
Have a look.
And
This is a good
the
bowling
medical
action.
team is out
Have a look at the
on the
action.
field now.
That's a great delivery and
is a
well
good
played.
shape. That is a good shape.
And have a look at the fielding. So it's probably a classic play. Really good cricket all round. Now comes our medical team.
There's still some hope in the Fijian
Yeah.
batting here, Ilse.
Oh, there's hope.
The equation reads 74 runs still needed, with balls remaining, 42 wickets in hand, 7. And it's doable from here.
Yeah.
It's T20 cricket. It's very doable from here for Fiji. They just need to keep chipping away, keep getting the singles and wait for the right balls to hit the boundaries off. and give themselves a fair chance to have a crack at the Indonesian good total of 120 runs as their target. There is change of bowling down at the Manwen.
Yeah, it looks like it's Sukma still. No, it's a change. It's definitely a change.
Leah.
Leah's coming in. None for 3 off 2. That's not and a really good effort with the bat. Looking at man of the match status, I think. Hey, player of the match status for Leah would be.
I think that's good captaincy from the Indonesian captain. Putri is one of her key bowlers, and she's bowled 2 overs so far. This will be her 3rd over to try and get a few more wickets here for Indonesia and increase the pressure onto the Fijian batsmen. As Ruthie plays on the onside, straight down to the mid-on region. Another good run in, safely home for a single run. That brings the score to 48 of 13.1 overs. Ishan is back on strike. Leah.
I think she's enjoying herself, Riggy. Look at the smile, eh?
Yeah, the kids are having a good time.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the Fijians went down to have a look around the place in Palm, do some shopping at
Vision City,
had a look around the place, visited a couple of villages along the coastline, and talking to them this morning, they said they had a good time, so which was good to hear.
Fabulous. Did they get to Nature Park, do you know?
Yeah, I think in Nature Park, they went to Bomana War Cemetery, I think.
Yeah.
Had a look at the old Huntbutter village.
Oh, yeah, that'd be an eye-opener for them, the Fijians, eh? Coastal people as well.
Leah, 1 run conceded so far in her 3rd over. Leah, 4th ball, dot ball again.
This is just what the doctor didn't order for Fiji, isn't it? They haven't got a run really off, only 1 off the over, and they really need a couple of overs of 10 plus.
A couple of big overs. But credit to the Indo bowlers, they make it very hard for this.
Have a look at the line length, on off stump. What can you do with that?
And that is a close run out a chance for Indonesia. As pressure is mounting, the Fijians are pushing for runs, taking some risks there, and at the end of the day, a single run taken off the 5th ball of Leah's 3rd over. 3 for 49, 1 ball to go in the 14th over. Ruthie on strike. And that
Across
is
the
going
line,
to be
she's
close.
thinking, when that arm moved, I thought, leg side, you
It's
reckon?
waved away by, I think it was going down to the
leg side, yeah.
I thought it was a bit close, but replay will show it. I think you're right, it was going down.
Have a look.
Close the look.
You missed this morning. There's a lot of swing around this morning, Riggy, down the leg side.
Down the leg side. Good dishing, good umpiring.
Well, the umpiring's been impeccable.
They've been very, very good all throughout the tournament.
Their only blemish is the colour of their shirts when PNG's playing.
Correct.
It is disconcerting as a commentator. I'm sure it's disconcerting for us. It's disconcerting for the fielders out there. So it's something we could write on their checklist of things to improve.
Played on the full by Ishani down to the mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket fielder. That brings up 50 runs for Fiji. Kantika is back on the attack for the Indonesian side.
Go Kantika.
2.1 overs. tossed up. Ruthie goes for a big shot, misses, and the wicketkeeper fumbles the ball. Cross for a single by run. The umpire signals by extra runs for Fiji, and that brings the score to 52 of 51 actually.
Yeah.
14.2
14.2 overs. It's getting a bridge too far now, I think, over pitched.
Played on full by Ishani again. There's a deep mid wicket field out there protecting the boundary for the Indonesians, and it's 52 runs on the board, 14.3 overs.
Hilva's set great fields, hasn't she, hey? As captain of the Indonesian side, she's picked them just in the right spot, see? She got them on the outside. Oh,
that is going to be close. We needed a video replay to
verify that,
but we don't have the technology here for this tournament. And
don't get H excited. I want cameras all around the ground.
He's already taking notes on that.
Yeah, saying here, right, next time you're here, everyone, we'll have Snicko, Wacko.
Gently played onto the leg side by Ishani. Fielders coming into field. There's 3 fielders going at the ball, which is impressive efforts from everyone involved there, trying to field the ball, supporting.
He loves his little microphones, doesn't he, H?
Yeah, those are some of his new toys.
Little baby quackers, we call them, that marsupial off the right. These quackers.
Bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Played down to the onside again, down to the deep mid-wicket fielder. Runs for Fiji. Single run of the over ball. Fiji, after 15 overs, are 3 wickets down for 55 runs. The equation rates runs to win 66, and there is a partnership being built there for the Fijian innings.
34 runs, it's very impressive, isn't it, hey?
There you go again. Yep. Balls remaining, 30 balls remaining, wickets in hand 7, and they have wickets in hand, Hilsey.
Yeah.
There's 30 balls remaining. If they go hard from here on, get some boundaries, they can start pulling the game back into their direction, and it will leave us
with the cliffhanger
into the cliffhanger down to the last overs of this innings. Dira is back on the attack for Indonesia from the Manu end of the ground. First ball to Ruthie, and it's outside of the wide line, and rightfully so. Signals wide, the umpire, and that's extra runs for Fiji. Ticking the scoreboard over, Hilsey.
Yeah.
You never know, a couple boundaries here will make things interesting.
Think of the run rate required though. Runs to win 65-30, so you're looking at 2. This is a girl who got a fair bit of spin yesterday.
That is a wide.
That's a wide.
Ball wide.
Do you think that was wide?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It was led by the better as well.
Yeah.
The umpire had a closer look from where she is and signalled wide.
We don't want it to fall apart for Indonesia now, do we? Little offense.
Things can change.
She's overcompensated there. Yeah.
That is full toss and slog swept by Ruthie. The ball is smashed into the boundary rope, and that is a timely boundary for the Fijian batter, and brings the score to 61 runs of 15.1 over so far. Ruthie moves to 17 of 27 balls and looking strong for her Fijian side.
That's nice, Ruthie. That's lovely work.
That is played powerfully on the leg side by Ruthie, and umpire signals in the replay for boundary runs. Again tossed up in there. It's going down the fine leg region, deep fine leg fielder moving in to field the ball.
They only got one.
They only got one on this occasion, you'll see, and 3-4-61, 3-4-62. That score will change in a tick. Ishani is on strike, she's on 17. Dira, third ball.
We need a wicket. We need a 4 again, I think. Nicely flighted.
Played on the onside, they'll be looking for
The
2 runs. There should be 2.
Double it up. Double it up.
It is good
That's
running
better
between.
running. That's good.
Good running between the wicket,
Yeah.
and the score is now creeping up quite rapidly now, Hilsey. It's
64.
64. It is looking, as you mentioned, they need 10 run overs.
We need a
from
big
the-
one. We need that one big one of 20
They've
runs.
scored
That's what we
9
need.
runs so far.
Yeah.
It is looking good for the Fijians.
Go smack that one. Yeah.
Slapped onto the offside, point region, single run taken, brings the score to 65 on the scoreboard, 15.4 overs. Ruthi, the set batsman, going on 18 runs, and Ishani is on 20 runs, doing a good, fine job for the Fijian batting side, chasing a total of 120. Dira, fifth ball, tossed up again, and I think it was edged by the wicketkeeper and missed by the edged by the batter and missed by the wicketkeeper. 4 more runs for Fiji. A single run on this occasion. 3-4-66. Ishani on strike on 20 runs. Last ball.
She's giving that a tweak.
And that is
That's
going
a
to be
big.
pulled
Oh,
for
yeah.
LBW uphill, but umpires
I
not
think
interested.
she's spinning it a bit, and that's probably going to miss leg stump, I reckon.
And that is the
Okay.
over ball from Dira. 3-4-66 after 16 overs. Last 24 balls to go, and it's going to be an interesting finish by the Fijian batters, as they will look to score big from here on as the run rate creeps up. They need 55 runs from 24 balls remaining, and they've got wickets in hand. He'll see 7
It
wickets.
is. It's an interesting trying
And
to
I
get a
think-
drink through that helmet.
I
She's
think
had a
the
few
drink's
problems
been
there.
run on, and I think there's been some direction or some instructions.
Yeah, a few
been
instructions, like
passed
first
on.
take your helmet off and then you can have a drink. That's it's gone down her face,
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
nose. Oh, that's cruel. The giggles are right out there. Now she's choking.
She was not supposed to give her water.
No.
She was supposed to give her instructions.
Yeah, true,
What the coach
true.
wanted.
That's right.
Push the water down the
That's the instruction.
yeah.
If it's there, hit it. If it's not there, hit it. Go.
Go hard.
Go for broke. Ruthie, we know you can do it. You've got it in you.
She's on 19, looking strong here. She's
Kantika, will she push a
Well,
couple through here, do you reckon? I reckon
Kantika
she'll
is
get a bit
back on,
quicker.
correct?
Yeah,
Healthy.
Kantika.
Niputu Kantika.
Push a couple through. Will she flight it up? The pressure's on now. She flighted it, and she's under it, and
There's a
she's
field, and just
dropping short.
bounces in front of the mid-wicket fielder, deep mid-wicket fielder.
Hilva's set a perfect field for the off spin, hasn't she, hey?
The field placings have been very good,
Yeah.
protecting the boundaries. I think the Fijians batters have gone for some big shots, but they are well covered by the
Here we go.
outfielders for the Indonesian side.
Yeah, go deep mid-wicket, deep mid-line,
Mid-on, mid-off.
and then a good field on the outside for any cover drives, eh? Or for off drives, so very well set field.
That's good captaincy from Innings.
5-5
Good match
field.
awareness.
Yeah.
Bowlers bowling according to their field, restricting boundaries for Fijians, and
Nice
again,
work.
another single run. Good shot, but only goes for a run, as the boundaries are well protected for the Indonesian fielding team. 3-4-68, 16.3469. It's just changed. Well, I was mentioning the scoreboard. Now it's changed to 3-4-69, 16.4 overs. ticking the scoreboard over, Hilsey.
Definitely, and we talked this morning before you got here, Rig, about the desperation in the field. The girls for the Indonesian side have put their bodies on the line from the start, and I reckon they've saved about 10 runs at least in the field, which adds to those 49. So it's not only a good bowling effort, it's a good fielding effort as well.
Played and missed.
Yeah.
And that is the over ball for Kentika's.
Nice work,
Completed
Kentika.
overs, 4 overs, 2 for 15 runs.
Fabulous
It's 3
figures.
down for 70 runs after 17 overs for Fiji. 18 balls remaining. Still needing just under 50 runs required of the remaining 3 overs. No, just over 51 runs. 50 runs. 51 runs required of 18 balls, and this over has to go big, Hilsey.
Sure does.
It has to go big.
Intan, she's very wiry bowler though. It's easier said than done, isn't it? Hey?
She's bowled
Yeah.
2 overs so far, 9 for 10. Some good figures there, but the pressure can do some silly things like so.
Like that, yeah.
She's pushed it way outside of the
Off stump.
wide line there, and the umpire signals wide. That brings Fiji's score to 71. Tossed up, hit straight to the mid-wicket fielder. The non-striker trying to get the strike, trying to push a single that is not there, and safely back into her crease. This is the second ball from Intan. Played onto the onside. It's going down to the boundary line, and the fielder's coming around to field it. 2 more runs for Ishani. Fijians bring their score to 73 runs in 17.2 overs. 48 runs required, 16 balls with 7 wickets in hand.
One.
And that's played down to the deep square leg fielder. Fields it on the bounce. 1 more run for Ishani. She moves to moves to 25 of 36 balls. It's 74 runs for Fiji on the board. Just outside of the off stump, played and missed by Ruthie. Doing the right thing, Hilsey.
Definitely. She's
Trying to go for some big shots.
you just got to watch the ball on the
Just
face
watch
of
it
the bat,
onto the
though,
bat.
eh?
Yeah, they just
That's the
tossed up another dot ball. That is good bowling from Intan. 1 ball remaining in her third over. Fiji are 74 runs, 17.5 overs. The run rate keeps creeping up, Hilsey.
It sure does. Look at that. We're in strife now with 47 runs to win 13. Looking at 4 runs per delivery. That's not good. That's not
Another
good.
wide by
3.7 runs per delivery, so.
Intan. That will require her to re-bowl the last ball.
Here we go.
And that is a better ball, a bit of 10 there, played and a miss,
Well
stumping
bowled.
attempt, and that is the over ball, dot ball, 3
Balls
for
remaining
75
12.
after 18 overs,
See, look
and
at-
Fiji are needing 46 runs of the last 12 balls and 7 wickets in hand.
Yeah, that's a big ask, isn't it, hey? They've got the wickets in hand.
They've got the wickets.
Yeah.
We've been mentioning that a few times now, and
Too many dot balls, hey?
they will need over 20 runs in this over to have a crack at the target set. 46 runs, 12 balls remaining. Elna is back on the attack for the Indonesian side. Our good friend from the West Papuan region. In Indonesia, and first ball is a dot ball pushed down the leg side. Ishan tries to player, it steps across to the leg side, plays and misses the ball, hits the pad, and a dot ball considered. Second ball from Elna. Ishani on strike. He's getting ready to smash it on the leg side, and the ball is racing down the field, down the ground to the boundary rope, and the batters will settle for 2 runs, and they will need more than 2 runs from here on, Hilty.
Yeah, they sure will.
They need
It's climbing, not falling.
boundary in the few remaining
Do the
balls.
maths. A bit of symmetry there. 4.4 runs per delivery now. I think they're going to have to do a few sixes here. That might be one.
And
That's a no
that's
ball.
smacked onto the leg side, and the ball is racing down to the boundary rope, and that is a timely boundary for
And a no
the
ball.
Fijians.
And a no ball for
And
height.
it's a no ball as well, and that helps as far as the run rate is concerned. And the umpire signals free hit of the next ball. So for the viewers, the next ball after a no ball has been bowled, the batsman is allowed a free hit the very next ball after the no ball, meaning that she can have a go at the next ball without
So on. She had a
worrying
crack at it.
about her wicket. But she's missed a free hit ball, the dot ball, well bowled by Elna. Good comeback ball after the no ball and a boundary. And it's 3 for 82. 39 runs remaining, 9 balls remaining. That is a good ball.
That's well bowled,
That
isn't
is
it?
well
Eh?
bowled. She whacked it out.
Yeah.
Ishan was looking to play it on the leg side, and she pushes the ball across
Yeah.
her body onto the offside side, to the offside of the wicket, and dot ball played and missed by Ishan. 5th ball, she goes
Got onto
hard
that one.
onto it, and it's going down to the mid-wicket fielder. Just a single run again. Fiji 83 runs on the board, 18.5 balls, and still needing 38 runs with 7 balls remaining and 7 wickets in hand again. Hilti,
Yeah.
7 wickets. You'd expect Ishani and Ruthi to start playing some big shots.
Bat on ball, mate. Bat on ball.
Hit on the pad, and that is the over ball for Indonesia's 19th over. Elna has completed her 4 overs, taken no wickets for 18 runs, and the Fijians are 3 wickets down for 83 after 19 overs. It's gonna be the last over, which
By
will be
Leah.
bowled by Leah from the Manuan of the ground.
28 run differential in extras, Rugi. So 21 to Fiji. Bowled to Fiji, and against 49 that they bowled to the Indonesians. So 29 extra runs is an extra batter, isn't it, eh? Add 29 to that, you're on 112 with an over to go, which is a lot closer.
Correct.
So it's like a broken record, something we can work on, hey? With a couple more games to
They
go.
will need more than a single. More than a single to get the targets. 3 for 84, 5 balls remaining. And that's hit in the air.
Oh,
Chance for a catch.
she had a
Misjudged
crack,
by the-
didn't she? She had a go at it.
She had a go.
crack.
I think she overdived past the ball and missed it altogether.
Super
4
Saturday
balls
tomorrow, Rugi. Super Saturday. Some great cricket down at
4
Amini
balls
Park.
remaining. 3 for
Super
85.
Saturday.
It's gonna be a cracker of a day.
It is. Oh, good nut. That's
Dropped. He's starting to drop away a bit in the field. Then they were very impressive in the first
12 overs. They did nothing wrong.
Just like the bowlers, just as we were saying that they bowled quite impressively with as far as the extras are concerned.
Yeah.
And then they've given away a few extras in the later overs.
Later overs haven't been quite as polished, have they? Hey, but still a good effort. You take a win of 40 runs, 30 runs. Here he is. H is getting excited. He loves the wagon wheel. Hey, look at that. Definitely onside dominant there, hey?
Onside dominant as the two batters have scored strongly on the onside, and the wagon wheel has confirmed it.
You'd take a picket fence though in your last over, 20th over with about
this will be the
30
first
over,
win
30
for
win.
Indonesia. One ball remained, 33 runs required. You can't win from here. This is the last ball from Leah.
A lot of joy in this. Have a look.
Hit again to
finally got under that one.
Square leg region, deep square leg region. That will be the over ball. 20 overs done. Indonesia registered their first win by 33 runs, winning over Fiji 3-4-88 in 20 overs, shot by 32 runs, 3-4-89.
Bit of an adjustment there.
Adjustment there, thank you, H.E. And you'll see that was a very good performance by the Indonesian team.
Excellent
both
performance.
Bat and bowl scored a good target of 120. Bowl well, restricted Fiji for just 89 runs in the 20 overs, and that opens up the whole competition here.
Sure does.
Fiji, after beating PNG in their first game, lost the second game. Indonesia winning their first game. They are all on 2 points, and Samoa are leading the table on 4 points.
Big game tomorrow for Vanuatu, a chance against Fiji, and that would be very significant, Ruki, because that would mean every team's had a win, and cricket would be the winner.
Everyone's looking good, and that is...
Oh, here he goes.
That is the fixtures for the next 3 days. We have PNG playing Samoa first up tomorrow, and then followed by Fiji versus Vanuatu in the second match of the day. And on Sunday, PNG will take on Indonesia. The only match for the day on Sunday. And then we will come back for a final showdown on Monday. Samoa will take on Fiji. Indonesia will take on Vanuatu.
Whoa.
And this is an open competition here. We might go down to the last competition matches on Monday, and the winner will be decided, and who will be crowned the champions of the East Asia Pacific region under-19 women's qualifiers here in Port Moresby. We want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, ICC, our major fund provider for cricket in Papua New Guinea, and our good corporate sponsors, Trans-Pacific Insurance, MJ Electrical, our good friend Michael Harrison, doing a good job with his MJ Electrical Group, and Steel Industries. Thank you very much for your support. Pacific Oz Sports, part of the Australian government sports support in the Oceania or the Pacific region, and our good friends Pure Water, the number one water, as Hilsey would say, the best water in PNG
and the world. Thank
you for your support. Our good friends Helen Mackindo and John Mackindo, thank you very much for your support. Beast Print, who have been doing a marvelous job doing our printing services. Oceanic Embroidery, thank you for your good work. And Able Computing, making sure we are well wired.
Oh, like it. He's ad living now. He's ad living now. Thank you, Ruki.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Thank you to our viewers. This is our only match for the day. We had Indonesia winning over Fiji by a comfortable 31 runs, and Thank you very much. This is Rugi and Helzi and Hechi saying goodbye, and join us tomorrow for another fun-filled Super Saturday here at Amini Park, the home of cricket in Papua New Guinea. And thank you very much for joining us. Until then, it's goodbye from us from the commentary box. Thank you and cheers to everyone. Thank you to our friends watching from Fiji, Vanuatu, Indonesia and Samoa. Talofa. It's goodbye from us. See you tomorrow. Bamahuta.
He's becoming multicultural.